Admit it, you're no good at handling disaster alone.
Like when you got dumped in high school by Janet Fillmore. She married three-time world champion yodeler Jovan Bovic. With the Janet disaster, you didn't have a team. Now, you have a team. Elite Servpro operatives, highly trained in disaster cleanup and restoration. If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that. But oh wait, it's water. Boom, Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge. But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation. And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state. So if you sprung a leak, lit your curtains on fire, or your insulation looks like week old bagels, call Servpro.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
On 135 previous occasions, Minot High and Bismarck High have come together on a frozen pond. Some battles and some epic ones over time. And tonight, they match up again for the first time here in 22-23 at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena, North Dakota High School Hockey. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Hope you're staying warm. Welcome in to the Pepsi Rink and the Shields pregame show for tonight's WDA hockey matchup that features the Bismarck High Demons at 2-4, challenging the Minot High Magicians at a perfect 4-0. I'm Nick Hulberg. Thanks for joining us tonight for our Shields pregame show. Shields has everything you need for your Christmas list, stop into Shields of Minot and Bismarck. Again, they can get you set up just like Santa Claus. Shields of Minot and Bismarck can be found online as well at shields.com. They've got clothing, footwear, and gear for all your passions. Fishing to fashion, you name it, Shields is dedicated to offering you the best retail experience, and they've got what you're looking for. Find them again online. Shop sporting goods, hunting and fishing gear, and so much more. Shields of Minot and Bismarck bring you the pregame show here tonight. Well, we talk about 135 previous meetings between these two hockey teams, and Minot High's got the all-time record at 72-60-3 coming into the showdown here tonight. And in the last 3 seasons, well, it's been the Magi that have dominated this rivalry. Minot High in the last 3 years on their home ice has gone 3-0 against Bismarck High. And in that time, the Magi have outscored the Demons 22-8 in the home-and-home series. They've also gone 3-0 down in Bismarck at either the Wachter Arena or the VFW Sports Center. Their most recent matchup came last year, the state qualifier at the WDA Hockey Tournament. Minot won that one by a score of 3-0. That was on the Demons' home ice at the VFW Sports Center. Throw all those numbers out the window because you can look all the way back to 18-19, 17-18, and 16-17, and you'll see that Bismarck High did the same thing to the Magi. The Demons swept Minot High on their home and road ice in those years, outscoring Minot High by a combined score of 46-12, going 6-0 against the Magi in the 3 prior years before Minot High has won the last 3 matchups and swept the Demons in the WDA conference play. It's always fun when these two teams get together. Again, you never know what you're going to get on a night like tonight. But tonight, I would have to guess that we're going to get a hard-nosed hockey game that's going to have some good action up and down the ice. It usually just is the tail of the tape when these two hockey teams get together. Time to take a look now at our standings inside of North Dakota High School hockey. These standings brought to you by our good friends at NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com. Big thank you to Bob Gillen, continuing to be such a proud supporter of high school athletes in the state of North Dakota. Bob Gillen at North Dakota High School Hockey. He's been around for over 20 years as the state's statistician. Big thank you to Bob Gillen again for bringing you these numbers and running the website, NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com. We sure appreciate Bob Gillen and all he does for this sport of hockey that we all love so much. Let's take a look at those standings now inside of WDA play. And right now it's Jamestown number 1. They sit with 12 points on the season. They're 3-2 inside of the West region, 3-3 overall. They lost last night to Cheyenne. That game in West Fargo. Bismarck currently sits number 2 in the standings with 9 points, 1 point ahead of Minot and Mandan. Minot at 3-0 in the conference, 4-0 overall. The only team in the West region that doesn't have a blemish on their record. Mandan sits on a 3-1 mark inside of West region play. In the top 5, you've got Legacy at 2-1. They've got 7 points. They're 3-3 overall of the year. Dickinson's 1-4. 1-1 for Botno Rugby inside of the conference. Century's 1-1 as well. Williston at 1-2, and Hayes and Beulah again at 0-6 on the season. They have not won a game yet here this year. When you look at other games around the state of North Dakota tonight, you've got Bismarck High here at Minot. Jamestown's at West Fargo Cheyenne again. I'm not sure if that is a typo or not, but I believe that that is the case here tonight. Back-to-back games with West Fargo. Mandan's at Dickinson. That's a big one tonight. Century's at Legacy. You want to talk about the VFW Sports Center rocking? Well, it's going to be tonight when the Sabres get together with the Patriots. Botno's at Williston High School tonight. That's a big one tonight as well. And then you've also got Fargo South Shanley at Devil's Lake and Fargo Davies at West Fargo. There's a look at the standings in North Dakota High School hockey in today's games taking place across North Dakota. Big thanks again to Bob Gillen at NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com as he brings you those numbers, brings you the stats, brings you everything you need to know about high school hockey on the PSP network. Hop over in North Dakota, high school hockey in North Dakota, I should say, at NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com. There we go. Proud ally of the PSP network. Now we've got it sorted out and ready to go. We'll get it all ironed out here on a cold night in North Dakota. High school hockey's always fun, especially with the Demons and Magi get together. No different here tonight. More of the Shields pregame show to come. When we come back to the Pepsi rink at Mason Arena, we'll bring in Matt Morelli, our broadcast partner, as we get set and ready for tonight's showdown. As the Magi look to remain unbeaten inside of the West region, the Demons look for some sweet redemption after last year.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, Coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Minot and Bismarck at the Mason Arena for North Dakota High School hockey tonight to the PSP Network. Should be a doozy, as it always is. West Cars Demons are in town to take on Jason Bennett and John Grubb's Minot High Magicians here tonight to the final game before the Christmas break. Coming up just right around the corner here on the PSP Network. We're thrilled to be here. More action this week on the PSP Network, as well as we've got more games coming your way, including a matchup in high school basketball on Thursday night as Derek Descent, the Magi, with Nygaard and Gunville, Winchesky and company. They take on the Jamestown Blue Jays. Minot High still ranked #1 in the state of North Dakota. They're going to be looking for another victory on their home floor on Thursday night. Won't be an easy one, however, as the Blue Jays from Jamestown are in town to take on the Magi. Action tonight as well in Class B basketball on the PSP Network tonight. You've got Center Stanton taking on the Flasher Bulldogs tonight. That matchup on the PSP Network. Chuck Claremont and Todd Dobries have the call of that one tonight on the PSP Network. You could hop over and check that one out tonight as well. Well, here we are in our Shields pregame show tonight. Nick Hulberg on the call. We'll be joined by the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux. Mr. Matt Morelli coming up in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at the top producers in the state of North Dakota and in the WDA coming into tonight's matchup. And these top producers, a look at the top producers is brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Roger Ward Moving and Storage can help you with your moving and storage needs. They've been around and doing so since 1942. It's Roger Ward Moving and Storage bringing you a look at the state's top producers coming into this showdown here tonight on the PSP Network. And man, there's a few of them here in this showdown tonight that you will see, including Matt Morelli, the young man for the Magi that is lighting it up right now inside of North Dakota high school hockey. Here's a look at those top producers in the West region. Drew Beasley from Bismarck, legacy number 1. 13 assists for him on the year, 16 points on the season. 3 goals, 13 assists, not a bad campaign for the sophomore. He's really lighting it up right now for Mario Lamoureux's crew. Marcus Butts right there with him with 13 points on the year, 11 on the year for Roldson of Jamestown. Beasley number 1 in the state, Butts number 4 in the state of North Dakota, Roldson number 8 as the East region gentlemen were taken out of this list. Mandan's Matt Heider currently sitting number 9 in the state. He's got 7 goals on the year. That leads the way in all of North Dakota. 10 points for him on the year. Gavin Gerhardt, Jamestown's got 9, 8 for Josiah Will from Legacy, and there you find Mac Morelli, the sophomore, with 8 as well. Couple more in this contest here tonight that we'll see. Ben Swangstu and Kelton Esslinger both have 7 points on the year coming into the showdown tonight against the Bismarck High Demons. Again, visit NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com where you can find these numbers and all these stats across the great state of North Dakota for high school hockey. You can do that anytime at NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com. There's a look at the numbers and the stats coming into this one here tonight. Those numbers brought to you by our friends at Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Roger Ward Moving and Storage can help you with your moving and storage needs. Well, let's dive further into this matchup here tonight. The Demons come in sitting on a record of 2-4 overall, 2-2 inside the West region. They're led on the season by Carson Sebastian. 3 points for him on the year, and a player that's got 3 goals on the season. Bismarck High is a team that only has 1 player with 3 points or more coming in the 6 games that they've played, and they only have 2 players with 2 or more goals on the season. Again, those numbers really don't mean a whole lot coming into tonight, because we know it's going to be a hard-nosed tilt here tonight when these two teams play. Minot High, on the other hand, 4-0 on the year. They're a team that's got 5 players with 5 or more points, 5 players with 2 or more goals on the season as well. They're led by Mac Morelli, the sophomore, the all-WDA player. 7 points for Swangstu, 7 for Kelton Esslinger. You go down this list for the Magi, you find Brock Jones, who's got 5, and Jackson Radke, the D-man, who's got 5 as well. Minot High really has had some depth in scoring and done a nice job on the offensive side. Tonight they're going to go in goal with Toby Strand. 92% save percentage and a 1.33 goals against average, and a kid that is going to look to be big tonight against the Bismarck Demons, who have a goaltender of their own in Carson Erickson, who's played in 6 games. 3.83 goals against average and an 86% same percentage coming into tonight's matchup. Bismarck High in the year, they've been outscored on the season 23-10. Minot High's outscored their opponents 19-7 coming into the showdown here tonight. Earlier on tonight, we talked to John Grubb, the assistant coach of the Magi. When we come back, we're going to talk to John Grubb of the Coach's Corner. We'll do that when we return to the Pepsi rink here at Mesa Arena. 4-0 Magi, 2-4 Demons. It's always a fun one when these two teams get together. We'll talk to the Magi co-head coach when we return here to the Pepsi rink.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Welcome back to our Shields pregame show. We're now joined by the Minot High co-head coach, Mr. John Grubb. You're number 9 for you. First time that I've had a chance to talk to you all winter long with the shortened schedule, the postponements. First things first, how's life? How are things for you, Coach?
Things are going great. It's been a goofy season. We've had a lot of cancellations here, so it's good to get back at it and have a chat with you.
What does that do for the hockey team when you go from having a full schedule lined up and then all of a sudden your next opponent on the schedule is the Roseau tournament coming up, and we're only 4 games into the schedule right now for Minot High. What does that do for your hockey team? Does that change anything for you guys?
You don't know if it changes anything, but it's a struggle. As a coach, you always want things consistent, and the more consistent things can be, it seems like the better these young men do with it. And so we've been doing the best we can with it. When we kind of had that big layoff to start the year, we did a lot of scrimmaging, full squad scrimmages, and tried to replicate things as much as possible. But at least we get a lot of hockey coming up here pretty soon.
I don't want to go down a path that's going to get anyone in trouble, including myself, but do you remember as a kid growing up in the Minot Hockey Boosters program and playing for Minot High and being one of the greats all time for the Magi? Do you have a memory of a time that there was some winter weather that you guys battled through to get somewhere, or any sketchy moments? For me, I've got just a list of those things, living out in the country and driving back and forth from practices. Does anything come to mind for you?
Yeah, lots of them. I remember one year, we had a pretty full squad, so we had a Suburban also going to Grafton.
Wow.
And it was snowing the whole way up there, coming across on those roads, and then coming back that night after the game. It was pretty horrendous, but it's good memories and things that you remember from when you played, and I'm sure we'll have some of those experiences coming up here.
On to business here tonight. Bismarck High is the opponent. This is a team that currently sits second right now in the WDA, and we're right behind them looking up that ladder right now. What do you expect out of Wes Carr's group here tonight?
I think they'll be physical. Bismarck High always has physical hockey teams. I think they're going to be really physical. They'll compete, and I'm sure Wes is, he's been around with Bismarck High for a while now, and he's been around that program, and there's a lot of pride there, and this is a big pride game between two programs, and it always is, and so that's what I expect is a very competitive game.
They average 5 penalties taken per game right now. Minot High not far behind at 4.5 according to the numbers that I have. How important in your mind, I mean, it's so cliche, but in a game like this tonight, really how important is special teams for you in that conversation with your kids before the game tonight?
Well, it's one of those things we kind of set as a goal every time we look ahead to a slate of games or something. One of our 3 goals is usually always win the special teams battle. I think a lot of hockey games, that's what it comes down to is, if there's a lot of penalties, like there seem to be in a lot of our games, that, you have to win it or you're not going to win the hockey game.
You look at your lineup right now, final thing for you. You've got some kids that are moving and grooving. Morelli's got 8 points on the season, 7 for Swank, Stu. How about Esslinger, though, the other night in the last matchup, a 3-point night for him? I mean, there's plenty of guys going for you. It's kind of the difference between this year and some of the years of the past. Not only do you have depth this year, but you've got some top-end guys as well. Touch on some of these players that you think are maybe the real deal for you.
It is. We're still trying to figure that out. We just haven't played enough. And I think our depth's going to be the one thing that can maybe change the needle for us a little bit this year, but you still don't know exactly who those kids are. We've had 12 kids battling out for spots that we feel we'd be comfortable with playing in the top 9 forwards, and so there's not enough ice time to go around right now, outside of a few top guys that are for sure going to get their minutes. But to see some kids get off to a good start is huge. Ben's one that we're really happy at the start that he's gotten off to. We moved him to center this year, and I think that's a good change for Ben. It maybe makes him skate a little more and use that skating ability and get up and down the rink. And obviously we've had him going on our second line a lot, and he's not a second line talent player. It's just kind of what's best for the team, and he's done great with that role, and pucks are going in the net for him, so it's fun to see him get rewarded.
Final thing for you tonight. What's on your Christmas list, and do you have plans for the holiday coming up?
Yeah, it's going to be busy. A couple days off, but then we're off to Roseau, and then I go from Roseau to Grand Forks at the Bantam AA, and we're there for 3-4 days, and then turn around and back to Roseau with the Bantam team along with the high school stuff. So it's going to be a busy break, but looking forward to it. Lots of hockey and a lot of good places against a lot of good teams.
I've known you for quite a while. I know for sure that you're probably on the good list again this year. I'd have to assume.
Yeah, I mean, anything but. I'm never not on the good list. So.
Best of luck here tonight.
Thanks, Nick.
That's John Grubb, co-head coach of the Magi. When we come back, we'll break down this matchup further. We'll get set for our opening draw as well tonight. It's high school hockey right here on the PSP Network.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Showtime at the Pepsi Ray Karen Mesa Arena. Duffy Novak's got the official introductions here tonight as our Shields pregame show continues on. Shields of Minot and Bismarck has everything you need for all your passions, from fishing to fashion, you name it. Shields of Minot and Bismarck, they've got you covered, especially at holiday time. Minot and Bismarck Shields bring you the pregame show here tonight. You take a good look at Toby Strand, the starting goaltender for Minot High tonight, who's got the call here for the Magi as the Magicians look to see if they can take down the Demons here tonight on their home ice surface. Again, Nick Hulberg alongside of former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux great Mr. Matt Morelli, former Minot High Magician standout as well. Mr. Matt Morelli also joining us here in the booth here tonight. Matt, great to see you. First things first, how are you? Are you staying warm out there? Do you have enough layers on here tonight?
It's like, do you think it's odd if we bring a blanket up here?
That's the first thing I thought tonight. I'm like, well, I'm usually kind of creeping in closer and closer to you as the game goes on anyway. Tonight you probably won't mind it as bad just because it is a little chilly here tonight. What does this Bismarck High Minot High rivalry mean to you, and how much do you look forward to this one each and every year?
Well, you talk to James here from the news, and these this series goes back a lot of years, and the rivalry, any Western team, especially the Bismarck teams, the guys got to love those. They look forward to them. They mark them on the calendar. They're always going to be physical. We don't like them. Sorry, they don't like us. And that's simple as that. These points are big. We've got to get them. And you're on home ice. You got to take it. You got to take care of your business and go from there. Especially with a little bit of a break. It seems like it's been a long break since we played, but we just can't. It's tough when you can't control the weather. But boy, these guys are just antsy. You talk about bad weather, and maybe having Bismarck having a tough time getting here. I don't even want to say it around the kids. They're just, it's like they're going like on suicide watch.
1,000%. When you have a week scheduled like last week, where you've got Legacy and Jamestown scheduled for Minot High, and now all of a sudden it doesn't happen due to the weather. Now you've got quite a bit of a layoff, and now these teams get back after it here tonight. We're going to have our national anthem. We'll salute our country here at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena, as we'll have the playing of our nation's national anthem tonight, the Star Spangled Banner. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Well, anytime these two teams get together, we know we're usually in store for a war. We don't expect anything different here tonight as the Demons and Magi come together at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Nick Hulberg alongside of Matt Morelli on the call here tonight. We sure thank you, fans, for joining us for North Dakota High School hockey. Let's put a cap on our Shields pregame show here tonight. Shields of Minot Bismarck, again, they've got everything you need for those Christmas lists. Find them online as well at shields.com. Hey, guess what? Andrew Goodmanson checked in tonight. He's back with some words of wisdom for us here tonight. Always great to hear from Andrew Goodmanson checking in tonight. It's been a while since we've heard from Mr. Goodmanson.
Starting to wonder.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Andrew Goodmanson checked in tonight, and as Andrew Goodmanson from 701 Realty would say, after all these years, I finally contained my demons. That's up for debate. Great to hear from you, Goody. Glad you're doing well. Andrew Goodmanson from 701 Realty brings you the opening draw tonight. Minot High's in white, Bismarck High's in black with maroon. We're underway from the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Nick Hulberg again with Matt Morelli on the call here tonight. Thanks for joining us for high school hockey on a chilly, chilly night here in December. Underway with the puck down in deep. Minot High defensive territory. Esslinger goes to work on it here for the Magi. Throws it up off the glass. Trying to bounce it up to Morelli. Comes back into the possession here for the Demons. They go to work on it down in deep underneath the Minot High net, where Toby Strand sits and looks on. He's got the call here tonight. Jones has it here now for the Magi. Jones up to Morelli, trying to bump it off ahead. He's going to chip it down into the zone. Minot High is going to go off for a change here, but Morelli, the lone man out on that starting unit, going to work forward here. Sends it up top. Bradley out in front, then swings to in front of the net. Oh, just couldn't quite pull the trigger. And it goes back out to center now, where it's taken there only momentarily by the Magi. Jackson Radke had a stick on it, but it's down to the near side corner where it's picked up here by Briggs Pickard. Went back over to Radke, tried to bump it away to Jones on the far side wall. And now Jones couldn't keep a handle on it. Puck comes back up to center. Hammered right back into the zone there by Garrett McIntyre, the D-man. Picked up by the Magi. Bradley's got possession here. Good tempo early on of this one tonight as that puck sailed all the way down. We'll have our first icing of the hockey game. It's brought to you by our friends at Planet Pizza. They're open for dinner tonight. Planet Pizza, 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza proudly serving the Magic City for almost 20 years, almost 25 years, I should say. Planet Pizza, proud supporter of North Dakota high school hockey. What do you think of the tempo early on here tonight?
Not too bad. You can tell that it's been a long layoff. They got to get back right away and get things going.
Into the offensive zone. It comes down for Swangstu. Way to the near side wing. It's going to be chipped up ahead by the Demons. They go into center with Reese Nagel. He's going to dump it down in deep. Strand was forced to play that one over to the corner with the big goal stick. Comes back away now center slot. Here's a drive and a high riser. That was Carson Sebastian, team point leader with 3, looking for number 4 there as he sailed it over the head of Strand just 2 minutes in. Underneath the net down for the Demons. Up top, they work it across the blue line to the near point. Gavin Raiders got it, threw it in front of the net. Bad turnover there for the Magi. Big shot on goal. The stop is made from Strand. As right out in front, wide open was Dawson Lentz, and he hammered it towards the goal. Wanted high netminder made the stop. Minot's got to
get a little bit cleaner in their own zone. That we talk about playing your own zone, making crisp passes, talking. Don't just throw it away. Be sure if you're going to throw it away, just ice it and get the whistle and get some new guys out there.
Off the draw, that one's going to come right back in on Toby Strand, and Strand's going to hang on tight to it. It's been the big question mark right now, Matt, for the Minot High staff on which goaltender will they go with night in and night out. And Toby Strand along with Blaze Ostrom, those two kids combined for the Magi, a 1.4 goals against average and a .917 save percentage. That makes that decision a little difficult each and every night.
I don't think there's anything wrong with rotating. You almost have to rotate until maybe one guy has a tough night, and then you stick with the other guy. But so far, just keep flopping and keep swapping back and forth until one guy has a clear-cut advantage.
Here's Bradley behind the net, trying to go up the far side wall, held in here by the Demons. That one into the skates, then out, still in the slot. Puck's taken away now by Bradley, the All-West Region player. And Jackson Bradley goes up to center ice with it. He's into the zone, out in front, trying to feed Panasuk. He was unable to pull the trigger, and down and deep it comes. Up to the point, Swangstu tipped the shot that came in there from the line from the Magi and Freeman. Puck's now underneath the net. Near side wing, scrubbing forward here. Demons are going to come away with it. The JV scored tonight. You're not going to believe this. Minot High pounded Bismarck High tonight. 12-0, the final in the JV matchup here tonight. Underneath the net now for the Demons. They go to work back away to the far side. This is Jackson Hill. He's got it here. He's going to flip this one up to center. Nice play up to the neutral ice zone into the offensive territory now for Aiden Schaefer. He skates it down. Radke's in after it with Freeman. They play catch with it as the D pair. Back in behind the Minot High goal. Goes off the glass. Trying to go up to center to Swangstu. Gets it there. Drops it back Radke. Now Radke walks over center and dumps it down in. Good tempo early on here tonight to this old school rivalry between Minot High and Bismarck High. In the open tonight, we talked about the amount of times that Minot High and Bismarck High have gotten together. This is matchup number 136 all time. Puck's dropped down into the corner. Off the goaltender stick it went. That's Carson Erickson that's got the nod here tonight for the Demons out front. Here's Jones. Quick shot on goal. And into the catching mitt it goes as the stop is made from Carson Erickson. 86% save percentage and a .383 goals against average for the sophomore coming into tonight's showdown. And the Demon netminder makes his second stop of the hockey game.
Well, I think for Minot, settle down. You've been a little bit sloppy in your own zone. Get control of the puck. Make good passes. I mean, build your confidence by making a nice play. Seems like we're struggling a little bit in our own zone, and we've had some time to get better at that, but we've got to improve. You can't be light in these games.
Said it earlier on tonight, on paper, Minot High should win this hockey game according to the stats and the numbers coming in. I also said in the pregame tonight, you could throw all that right out the window because there's something special about a Minot High Bismarck High matchup. Seems to bring out the best of both teams. It's a big rivalry. If you haven't seen it before, get ready for 2 more of these coming up, or at least the rest of this one, and one more in Bismarck coming up in the home of home that they'll play. And chances are, like each and every year for the past however many years it's been, these two teams match up in the region tournament. Last year they played in the region tournament, and Minot High ended up winning 3-0. That was for a trip to the state high school hockey tournament. Minot High secured their 39th ever appearance at the Big Dance. Puck is going to be soccered head forward into the zone there by Hamlin. Bismarck High had a touch up on sides. Now the Magi throw it up to center ice. Lead pass for Morelli. Too far in front there coming from Deal. And an icing on the Magi here with 11:56 to play in the opening period of play. Scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Well, like we're saying, you know, playing your own end is so important. You know you're going to get offensive chances, but think about your own zone and playing a good two-way game. That's what Minot's got to get a little bit better at. We're kind of misfiring on some passes. You can't, this level, you got to be making those passes on the stick.
Bouncer up to center ice. It falls back in a Demon possession. They're going to fire it back down. Got past Bradley. He's back to retrieve in his own territory. By the way, the officials for tonight, Kyle Stevens with Eric Steele. They're the head officials tonight. You've got Devin Blade on the ice with Odin Nelson. Great crew here tonight. Manson's got it up top after the missed shot. Puck's going to be taken back at the line. Manson held it in nicely there. He still goes to work on it. Swangstu over on the far wall. Hello. There's a hit from Swangstu. Puck's freed back underneath the Demon net. They go to work on it here on the near side wing now. It's pushed out to center ice, and it rolls all the way back into Minot High territory, back behind the Minot High goal where Swangstu's got it here. Braden Wolf was the one aggressive on the forward check. That one's going to come right in on Toby Strand, trying to cover it up. Couldn't get a glove on it. Puck's going to be freed to the near side wing. Demons with possession now. The Demons go to work on it here as it's taken by Ethan Wood. Swangstu drops it back. Now Bradley finds his man over on the far side and skating up to center here for the Magi, moving it ahead. This is Abrahamson. Abrahamson losing it at center ice. Puck's taken back by the Demons on the near side wall. Chip back in about in high territory. And a feeling out process maybe just a bit here tonight, or a strong defensive stance for both teams early on. Is that a fair way to describe it early on here tonight?
I think so. It seems like neither team wants to make a bad mistake, but you still got to play. You got to make the little plays, and the small 5-10 foot passes where Minot is not making them, and Bismarck's had a couple bad plays as well. But if you're going to get out to a lead and jump on them, Minot's probably got to do a little bit better job in the transition game.
First power play of the night will belong to the Bismarck High Demons as the Servpro power play is on the board. A 2-minute call on Minot High's Jackson Radke, and Radke's in the box on a 2-minute call. I missed what the call was. We'll see if we can get it from Duffy Doback. Nevertheless, the Bismarck power play comes to the ice surface. Puck right to the line. Here's a drive. Hit on Strand, and Toby Strand goes down and hangs on to it. 2 minutes for tripping on Jackson Radke.
Well, when you're on the penalty kill, it starts with winning that face-off. You got to win those face-offs. I mean, the bulk of them, you can't lose those because it's just opportunities for the other team.
Deal's going to take it. He fires that one the length of the ice all the way down. It comes. That Minor Erickson out to play it. Dropped it right back in behind the net. And 1:43 remains of Servpro power play time here for the Demons. Up to center ice now for Bismarck High. This is Ethan Wood into the zone, trying to send it back on front. Deal made a nice stick check there, wide open. That was Carson Sebastian camped out right in front. Big hit on the far wall. Here's a drive. That one caroms off the end boards. Lays underneath the goal line. Freed down by the Demons. They've got possession again. Sebastian went up to the point. Now across to the near side from Raider. Raider's got it here on the near wall. He sends it back in deep and underneath the net. This is Charlie Jerome that goes in after it. Puck's taken on the far side. Jerome's got it. Stick handling, looking for the outlet. Goes off of Eli Hansen. Far wall tied up in deep. Now it comes. Manson, the 1D man back there, trying to get a stick on it. 1 minute into the power play here for the Demons. Here's a drive, and the shot came in. And Toby Strand makes another stop early on here tonight. That's his 4th shot on goal, 4th save of the hockey game.
Well, I guess you might not keep the shots out on the outside of the perimeter there. Don't give them anything in the slot, but there's a certain amount of pressure you want to give on the penalty kill, but the defenseman got to read when that pressure is going to be up top.
9:13 to tick away here in the first. Scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Demon power play out for the next 45 seconds. Puck's up at the line, taken here by Hill. He works it across to his partner, comes back to Hill. Top of the circle, stick handling now, comes into the possession here of Owen Haas. Sent out in front, no one there. Back up to Hill. He rings it around the end boards. Jones is the first one in after it on the far side wall. He's got it pinned up at the half boards. Jones 1-on-2 over on the far wing. Puck is free to the Demons. They work it out to the middle. Here's a drive, save, rebound, another shot on goal. Strand, 2 more quick stops there for the Magi. Puck comes back away to the near side, top of the circle. Sent just wide of the cage. 8.5 to play in the opening period. Power play out for the next 9 seconds here for the Demons as Minot High's kill looking sharp early on here tonight. And more so their goaltending with Toby Strand making some big time stops early on here on that Demon power play that now comes to a close. Puck's taken back in here by Bismarck High. They walk, they fire. That was a waffle board stop off of Bo Bitz's shot. Comes back away to the far side wing at the half wall. It's tied up there, taken here by Deal. He rings it around the boards on the near side, and Deal tries to get it to Morelli. He does. There's a delayed call coming on the Demons. And now Minot High and Bismarck High will exchange penalty time as the Magi go to the power play, as that will be what I believe to be an interference call coming here on the Bismarck Demons. It is.
Well, Maya's got one. You got a penalty on each team so far. Let's see what Maya can do on their power play. But getting back to when it was the last game, you've got to get. We struggled a little bit moving the puck around. You got to get shots. I don't care where they come from, but it starts in the middle. Get some good shots from the top of the with your defenseman out there in the point.
Here's Morelli. He'll walk in. Big pad save there as Erickson went down. He shut the door on that opportunity. Comes back up top. Bradley's got it. Sends it over now. Swanks to. Sends it in. Blocker save. Rebound comes away now to Mac Morelli here on the near side. Back up top. Bradley shuffles over. Swanks to in front. Oh, tried to go to Jones. That one goes up into the safety netting, and a stop in the play here with 7:31 left in the first period. This top unit of power play from Minot High, the top power play unit for the Magi, really has been impressive with the way they move the puck around here in the 22-23 campaign.
I think getting shots, but you've got to have somebody in front too. You need somebody kind of getting causing some issues for that goaltender, screening, blocking his view. Let's get some decent shots, but fire the puck. You got to get shots. They don't have to be pretty, you just got to be on net.
Bradley's got it up top. He's got a goal on the year. Sends it in. Jones was in front, just like you said. And the stop was made again from Carson Erickson. And Erickson hangs on to it with 1:21 remaining of power play time here in this first period with 7:15 to play. Nobody on the BNC National Bank scoreboard just yet here in the Magic City. Off the draw. Puck's taken here by the Magi. Up top it comes for Bradley. Bradley's got it now, works it over to Morelli. Morelli sends it underneath. This is Esslinger's side of the cage. Underneath it comes back away down to Esslinger. He's got it underneath the goal. Puck's going to be taken back up to the point. Bradley, the All-West region player, off to Morelli. Backdoor. Here's a drive. Swanks to. Oh, just couldn't get all of it. Comes to the side of the cage. Esslinger chips at it once, twice, another time. And coming over, Carson Erickson hangs on to it as the Magi were like sharks in the water trying to see if they could capitalize on smelling blood. But the stop was made from Carson Erickson.
Ben Spanks didn't get much on that one. One time that was something on it. It's probably in the back of the net.
Blocker side of the goaltender that's only a sophomore for the Demons. I like those all-white pads. I like that goaltender mask that he's got on tonight as well. The Demon airbrushed on the side of the ears. Up top it comes now. Radke again. Power play for the next 45 seconds. Minot High's man advantage out right now is walking in. Panasuk sent it towards the net. That bounced through traffic and then wide. He had a couple tonight in the JV matchup. Here's Radke, fired it towards the net. Knocked down there. Puck's freed now by the Magi. Abrahamson frees it up top to the line. Radke sends it back over. Abrahamson whistles it towards the net again. And Jersey Abrahamson let a little bit of a howitzer of a wrister goal, looking for his first of the year. But the stop was made again from Carson Erickson.
Well, get shots as many. You want to get as many as you can. But you still need people in front for those rebounds, screening the goalie, maybe a deflection. I think Maya's moving around good, but make the easy pass. Get things to the middle of the rink.
Off the draw, the puck's going to be taken and wrapped back up to the near line. Deal's got it. 17 seconds on the Servpro power play. Deal didn't get enough on that pass through the middle. It's taken here by the Demons, and they're going to send this one down into Minot High territory, back in behind the Magi net. Puck's taken here by Radke. Radke going to work with it now. That will do it for the Servpro power play, and the Demons are back to 5-on-5. Radke forward up through the neutral ice zone. Taken here by Bismarck High again. Lead pass up off the wall into the zone. They come and down. Taken by Dawson Lentz. He's got a pair of assists on the season. Lentz has it down in deep, trying to shuffle it away to the near side. Taken by the Magi. Up off the near side wall from Panasuk. He couldn't clear it out. Taken down by Radke, and Radke's got it here. Shuffles it ahead, went to Panasuk out of the zone. He sent it. We're down to 5:23 left here in the opening period. Scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Talk about that all-time series. Game number 136, Matt. Minot High, 72 wins, 60 losses, and 3 ties all-time against Bismarck High.
It's a lot of games.
That's a lot of games. The one that we look forward to each and every year, the Demons and Magi, when they come together, because we know it's always going to be a good one. If you're a Minot High fan, the last 7 that they've played have certainly been good ones. Minot High winning 7 in a row. Puck's taken here on the near side wing. That's Schuster trying to clear it out there, but it's the Demons that had it, and Ethan Wood sending it right back in. 4:39 to tick away here in the opening period. Bradley's got it, goes over to Matson, fires through center, lead pass too far in front there for the Magi's. Carter Coleman comes all the way down, and we've got ourselves an icing here with 4:29 left in the opening period. That icing brought to you by our friends at the UPS store. The UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot for all your packing and shipping needs. They're open Monday through Saturday for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. Talked about the Planet Pizza sponsor read there. My mouth just waters thinking about that Blue Buffalo pizza, man. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried that, you need to. There's a Magi player down on the ice back in Minot High territory. Minot High is going to walk in on the offensive side, firing the puck up and out of play, and that's Matt Morelli that is down for the Magicians, and that's not a pretty sight to see for the leading point getter for the Magi. I missed it. Did you see what happened down in deep?
I think he just went to clear it, and the guy kind of came around and got him coming around the net, so we'll see.
Hopefully Mack is all right. He is certainly favoring the lower body right now. He's going to take a trip all the way into the Trinity Sports Medicine locker room. Yeah, that doesn't look good for 21 white for Minot High. Mac Morelli, I hate to see it. I know you do, obviously, as well, too. 4:14 to play here in the first. Nobody on the board. Here come the Magi. Esslinger's up to center with it. Esslinger's in. D-man falls down. Esslinger onto his backhand. Oh, he hit the pipe. Rebound. Eli Hansen had a bit of a yawning goal mouth, and he sent it wide. Puck comes back away underneath the net. Taken here by Esslinger. On the near side, Esslinger trying to move it back onto the center slot. Puck's tied up there only momentarily. Demons push back out to center. And at center ice, it's going to be taken here by Dawson Lentz away to the near wing. Into the zone there off of Eli Hansen. Minot High's going to have to touch up on the odd sides as the puck is taken now by Bradley again. He had it stripped from him. In with a high riser. That one sailed over the head there of the goaltender for the Magi by Aiden Schaefer. Shot came in on an odd angle. And a stop of the play with 3:27 to play here in the first. Bismarck High leading in the shot column here tonight, 11-6, but nobody's scored yet on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Face-off coming now on the blocker side of Toby Strand. Blocker side it comes. Taken off the wall, the far side. Chipped up off the glass. This roller comes all the way down. Will it get all the way to the end line for an icing? It will. That time the icing brought to you by our friends at Hub International Insurance. Give Hub a call today for all your personal and business insurance needs. It's Hub International Insurance. Hub is the leading North American insurance brokerage. Contact Josh Cattell or Michael Borman today at Hub. 355-3100. It's Hub International Insurance. 3:06 to tick away here in the opening period. Just what we expected here tonight. Back and forth hockey game that has had some physicality early on here tonight. Nothing carried away by any means yet. It hits the word yet there. There's a big time hit back and behind. Pickard absolutely lays the body down in deep. Puck's going to come back to Toby Strand, and Pickard standing there. He goes right over to the Demon player that he laid out. Pickard went to apologize and a sign of sportsmanship there. As into the box will go Minot High's Pickard, and will this be a 5-minute major coming up here? And if it is, that means that the Demons will have their second power play of the night for an extended amount of time, as Pickard sits in here now as the two officials, Eric Steele along with Kyle Stevens, talk it over.
Well, anytime you're by the boards, you kind of really just got to be careful. You got to almost like let up and just rub them out. You don't want to, the refs they're instructed to call things really tight when it comes by the boards and hitting. And I mean, if they're talking to the coaches, there you go. It's a 5-minute major on Minot. That's a tough break for Minot. But you have to know when to kind of let up, and the speed. It doesn't take much to get going and throw somebody off balance. They make a quick move right before the boards, and next thing you know, you're in the box for 5 minutes.
5-minute major power play is out now for the Demons. That's with 2:35 left here in this opening period. Shot came in with just wide off the pads out in front. Back up to the line, blocking that one out in front of the Minot High net. Nice play from Finley Bentz. Comes back up top. Demons have possession. Here's a drive. Strand's got it underneath them. Hang on tight. Now we're going to have a little bit of a Donnybrook coming here, as a scrum out in front of the Minot High net is going to draw some attention there after Strand made another stop for the Magi.
Well, you're on the penalty kill. You can't let a guy walk in from the blue line all the way to almost the top of the circles. That's kind of a breakdown on your penalty kill. Like, come on, you're basically playing a box. It's not real hard. Just you shift from one end to the other with the top, goes to the other side, that guy drops, goes to your side, you're out there. So it's like, come on, Mike, you should know better than that. It should be basic penalty kill.
Puck on the near side wing. Comes up to Esslinger. He's shorthanded. 1-on-3 into the zone. He came. He had Jones trailing with him. Esslinger just sends it down to the corner, and it's taken down by the Demons again. They go to work on it here. Bismarck High back up to center. Lead pass came for Carson Sebastian. Across the blue line, over to the near side. Here's a drive. Toby Strand, glove save. Rebound came off of the goaltender for the Magi. Comes up to the near side point. Sent to the far down. Chipped out of the zone. Esslinger got a stick on it. And our MVP of the matchup against Dickinson clears it out to center. He had the overtime heroics in a 4-3 victory over the Dickinson Midgets. That was plenty of days ago. That was a full week ago on a Saturday. Minot High had all their games last week postponed.
Seemed like it's been a lot longer than that.
Doesn't it, though? It does, really. 90 seconds, making 80 seconds left here in period number one. Puck was sent up to the line. That one got past Jackson Hill. Out of the net to play it here is Carson Erickson. He just sweeps it around the end boards, trying to go over to his D-man, Jackson Hill. Senior D-man's up to center with it. He's ridden off there by Schuster momentarily. Swangstu's got it, and Swangstu sends it right back in. Final minute of play here in the first. Thank you, Duffy Novak. 55 seconds remains here in the opening period of play. This one comes all the way down. Minot High on a penalty kill. Here's the Servpro power play is out here for Bismarck High. 5-minute major. Here's a drive in on Strand, and Strand fought that one just a bit.
Well, either way, Minot's got to kill it off. You've got 2 minutes down. I mean, just take it as a chip. Take it in sections. Like kill off a minute, then worry about the next minute and a half. You don't have to think like, okay, it's not that long, but I mean, just do it and chip away at it, and don't give them anything that's in the high slot. Keep everything to the outside.
Final 30 seconds of play here in the opening period. Jones has it, fires it forward, held in by Hill at the line again. Bouncer in on Strand. Radke's got it. Radke with some real estate sends it up the wall. He clears the zone, and the puck's going to be taken down by the Demons. They're going to send it right back in. Back in behind, Bo Bitz goes to work, sends it up to the line. Kids get ready to count him down. We're at 12 seconds. Turnaround shot. Big pad save out in front. Tall Strand comes up with the save of the game so far as he kicked out the pillows. Mike Vernon, 1990 style. Puck goes back away to the far side wing, and that's how the opening period will come to a close here tonight. The Magi and Bismarck Demons all knotted up in a scoreless hockey game here at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Plenty to talk about after our first period of play here tonight. Stick around. The premier chiropractic intermission report comes up next. We'll break down that opening period of play here on the PSP Network. Scoreless after one. The Demons and Magi. Bit of a dogfight here tonight.
Broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Here we go, where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 second, 1 second. Doppler rises, right wing, 3, bingo! Ho-ho! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer! Ho-ho-ho! Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it!
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics. Vibeto Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibetoOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Scoreless at the end of one tonight, Minot High and Bismarck High. A little bit of a showdown here tonight at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Welcome into our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Premier Chiropractic focused on the overall health of Minot and the surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. You can find Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Domries at Premier Chiropractic ND.com. We'll have a full stats recap coming up in just a moment, but first we're joined by a couple of former Minot High magicians and a couple former captains. By the way, gentlemen, I'll be seeing Premier Chiropractic and Dr. Kirk Mason coming up later this week. I slipped and fell on my way to the rink today on the ice, and I'm telling you, I twisted it bad. I don't know what to think.
Shoot, yeah, it's been slippery out there lately.
Aiden Morelli joins us here in the booth, and Riley Oprud. First things first. Riley, Aiden, how are you guys? Things are obviously going pretty well up at Dakota College at Botno.
Yeah, we're good. We had a little bit of a losing skid there for a little bit, but we last game before the break, we ended that with a nice win over a really good hockey team. So yeah, we kind of ended the break with a good note.
How about you, Riley? How's the college game treating you?
I'm enjoying it. It's pretty fun out there. I mean, higher pace than last year, which I enjoy. So.
What's the biggest difference going from the high school game to the college game these days at Dakota College at Botno? I mean, obviously the players are bigger, faster, stronger, but has there been anything else that has really been a surprise to you guys at all on a difference in levels in that jump?
The skill is a lot higher and faster pace, and everyone works up really hard. Everyone, every shift.
Yeah, there's when you're out there every shift, like, there's everyone's good. Like, there's obviously really good players, but there's no bad player out there. And timing, you have way less time to make plays, so you really got to think fast. You really got to trust your teammates, and just a lot faster pace, like Riley said.
You guys had such a great career, both of you did, for Minot High and in your time graduating as magicians. What's it like being now in the Lumberdome every single day for practice, and that being your home ice now? That's got to be pretty neat, hey?
Yeah, it's fun being in the Lumberdome. Obviously, we got a nice place here, but I mean, Lumberdome's fun when you got all the students there watching your games. It's pretty electric in there sometimes, so it's nice being there every day.
You guys ever find those kids that put the jackrabbits on the ice? Has anyone ever come clean up there at the Lumberdome on who's doing that?
No, I never found out who did that. No, but the place it's such a unique place, you know. Obviously it's probably the coldest rink in North Dakota, and you hardly even sweat at practice or games. It's so cold in there, but it's nice to have a home court advantage there.
Fantastic stuff. Your thoughts on this hockey game tonight, Minot High Bismarck? How you want to talk about rivals? This is one here. Both of you guys wore A's and C's on your uniforms as captains of the Magi. Your thoughts on a Bismarck High, Minot High rivalry and a matchup here tonight, 0-0 at the end of one. What do the Magi need to do here tonight to see if they can come out of here with some points?
They need to just bury on their chances. They had quite a few on the power play that they probably should have buried.
I think I lost you. There you go. How about for you? Let's talk about the X's and O's on the other side. Give us your analysis on Bismarck High and what they're doing right here tonight, and how they could capitalize against the Magi, team that is 4-0 coming into tonight.
Well, the thing about BHS, they always come out hard. No matter how skilled they are, they're always such a hard-working team, and it honestly makes it hard to play against them, And like Oppie and I, we kind of struggled when we played against them. They're just such a hard-working blue-collar team, and and you kind of just. You got to match that, and when you get chances to bury, you gotta score on those chances, because if you don't, they'll creep back up on you.
one of the great memories I have of high school hockey. Tell me where this ranks for you. A matchup at Wachter Arena, Minot High, Bismarck High would have been, I think, your junior or senior year. You ended up with a game ejection in that showdown. Remember the night that I'm talking about?
I do, yeah.
Where does that rank on Bismarck High memories for you all time?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, every other time above it's probably us beating them, but that's a pretty good one.
I remember that was our first tilt. That was our first game against BHS in our high school career, and unfortunately he had to be in the bad end of getting kicked out of that. But that just sparked our rivalry with them. Like every time it's scrappy like that, and it's awesome.
So that was actually your sophomore year. That's how you can tell how old I'm getting. They start to run together. Final thing for you guys here tonight. What's a message that you have to young hockey players watching this, whether they're from Minot or Bismarck or wherever? What message would you have as a college hockey player these days to young hockey players out there? Is there a message that you'd have about the game or grinding the way that you have to get to where you are today?
Just always work hard, always do your best, and always think about others as well. Not everything's about you, and always be just a selfless teammate, but making sure you're always putting in the work and never take anything for granted as well.
Anything besides that from you?
Yeah, I mean, if you love the game, you just got to keep working hard, and every level is even more fun than the last one. So.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic seeing you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Nick.
Be
Appreciate
safe.
it.
Looking forward to watching you guys play at Dakota College of Botno a little bit more, and best of luck being on Santa's good list this year.
Thank you.
That's Riley Opperud and Aiden Morelli, two former Minot High magicians that wore season A's for the Magi, two of the better to ever play for the Minot High program, joining us in the booth tonight. Fantastic stuff from a couple former Magi here tonight. Here we are at our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Nothing to report on the scoring side of things here tonight, as this hockey game is deadlocked right where we started here tonight, scoreless at the end of one period played. When we come back, Matt and I will break down that opening period of hockey here tonight. It is our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Premier Chiropractic focused on improving the overall health of Minot and the surrounding communities through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Find Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Domries at PremierChiropracticND.com. Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report rolls on when we come back to the Pepsi rink. We'll break down the first to get ready for the second when we return.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Well, the Magi come back to the ice surface here at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena as we get set to put a cap on our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Nick Hulberg and Matt Morelli on the call here tonight. Great to see Riley Opperud and Aiden Morelli here tonight. It's always fun catching up with some of those former players, including Aiden Morelli and Riley Oproot. I really liked the way both those kids played. They had some special things to their game that really contributed. Maybe they weren't Tom Fillion or John Grubb best all time, but the way that those guys took care of their goaltenders and teammates and some of those little things of blocking shots and always just giving 110% really stand out to me when I think of two guys like that were both just team first guys. Great to catch up with them here tonight. For sure.
It's always good to see guys that move on. You want to know what they're doing, how they're playing, what they think of their season and their team. And I always kind of tell people there's a team. If a guy wants to continue playing, guy or girl, there's a team out there for him. You just have to find the right fit. Sometimes it might take a change or move into a different one. You start at one, maybe it doesn't work out, or maybe it's not the right. You know, maybe the coaching staff, there's a difference there, and not every kid moving on is just finds the team right away and says this is the best thing ever. Sometimes they have to have some stumbling blocks along the way, and they say, you know, that program wasn't for me, or maybe I didn't. The style of the coaches got their version, and you just maybe you find another team and you just fit in and you love it, and the players, and maybe it's a closer team, or maybe it's a connection somehow where somebody, friend of a friend, says, hey, blah blah blah, you should try so-and-so team once. They're looking for some guys, or they've had some shortage or injuries, and they need to fill a couple positions. And sometimes a lot of times happen for a reason. And I think if a kid wants to continue playing and further their game, there's a team out there.
Time for our second period of play here on the PSP Network. Minot High's in white. Bismarck High is in black tonight. If you're just joining us here this evening, Minot High sits on the penalty kill for the next 2 minutes and 5 seconds after a 5-minute major checking from behind call on Briggs Pickard towards the end of our first period of play. Into the zone come the Demons. Offensive territory, they've got it here. They set up shop and working around the perimeter up to Hill. Now away to the near side, came to Dawson Lentz, and he pushes it underneath the goal line. Lentz has it back. Top of the circle, up to the point. Hill takes a look. Now he sends it over to the far wing, hitting the brakes and working it back up top. Hill sends it towards the Minot High goal. Loose out in front. Scrum continues. Only momentarily. Demons have possession. Big pad save out in front. Juicy rebound. Demons had an opportunity as that puck is going to be sailed out of the zone. And hey, good news for Minot High. Matt Morelli back on the ice surface here for the Magi after a scary moment back in the first period, where he left looking like a lower body injury might be in his future there. He seems to be all right after his first shift here in the second.
It's like we say, you don't want to see injuries no matter if it's the visiting team or the home team. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt. You want the best of the best. We want to play against our best, and Bismarck wants our best guys. So you want a good, clean game. You want physical play. You just don't want to see anybody go down with a particular injury.
Up at the point, Demons have it here. Ethan Woods got it. Sends it over to the far side. Now the Demons set it up, back up to the point. This is Rader. Sends it in. Another pad save there from Toby Strand. He's been busy here tonight. I don't know if they're giving him his full credit here tonight. He's only seen 12 official shots on the board here tonight. I think Toby may have had more than that in this contest here this evening. Puck away to the far point. Shot came in. That one goes away off of the Magi defender out in front and hauled up on the play. No arms in the air. We're going to stay 5-on-5. Puck is going to, 5-on-4 on the power play here for the Demons as Bismarck High goes to work with it here. They work it around to the far side. At the top of the circle now, a drive that hit traffic comes underneath the net. This is Bo Bitts. Way to the near side. 33 seconds remains of that power play time. That 5-minute major on Pickard comes away now here to Swangstu. He can't clear the zone. Held in. One-timer coming. Here's a drive out in front. Loose. Big pad save. Strand went down. He shut the door there on a point-blank opportunity out front. Carson Sebastian tried to make it 1-0. Here's a drive and another stick save coming there from Strand. He has been busy here in this hockey game tonight. Another drive comes in. Strand steers that one away. Now it's taken by Swangstu, and he sends it out of the zone. Back into the possession here for the Demons. They're going to take it and send it all the way down. This puck comes back into Minot High territory, and that's an icing on Bismarck High. That icing brought to you by our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics. Prestwich Orthodontics focused on helping you take your smile to the next level. They're specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer free consultations and financing options that make it easy to take your smile to the next level. 852-2646 or visit minotbraces.com. Is it just me or do they have that music cranked in here tonight?
Seemed a little loud.
My wife's been telling me I need hearing aids. And I think she's about got me over the edge. I think it's about time that I go get that taken care of. But I can hear that music just fine tonight, honey. You better just back off, I'm telling you. I think that it's maybe what do they call it? Selective. Out to center ice we go now for the Demons into the offensive territory. This is Dawson Lentz. He comes down and Lentz is going to draw the penalty here. I believe it will be a tripping coming. And the power play comes back out for the Demons. Minot High just got done killing one off. And now the Demons 5-minute major comes to a close on their power play. And they're going to find themselves on a power play again here on a 2-minute tripping call as to the box for the Magi. Goes number 5 for the Magi. Do apologize. Number 5 for the Magi is Hudson Cope in the box on a 2-minute call. Another power play out for the Demons. Tripping is the call. Sent across. Here's a pad save again from Strand as he kicked out the right pillow. Puck comes out in front of the net. Morelli's there after it. Morelli's going to take it back underneath his own net, creating some space here. Shuffles it ahead off to Radke, and Radke's trying to move it up the near side wall. He does. Bangs it out to center, but it's taken by the Magi again after a teeter-totter affair. Deal sent it into the skates there of 7 on the other side. Gavin Rader. Rader sends it down into the zone. Here's Radke. He had plenty of room there. He's going to take this one and fire it down behind the Demon netminder, Carson Erickson.
One thing we've had trouble with is on the penalty kill. We've had opportunities to get it all the way down. It's only getting into the red line. It's got to be all the way to the other end of the ice. I mean, put something on it. I mean, come on, you guys. You're strong enough. You should be able to fire that puck hard. Even in the end of the first period, we had chances where we're like, come on, you guys. You're killing a lot more time off the clock when you're getting it all the way to down to the Bismarck zone.
Demon power play works it around. That Servpro power play shut down there by Bradley. Now Strand comes up with a big glove save, and Toby Strand hangs on to it. And an extra conversation there with Brock Madsen and the big man Braden Wolf after that shot registered on. 36 seconds remains of power play time for the Demons here with 12:36 to play in the second. Scoreless on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
I think if you're Minot, you've got to be a little more disciplined. We're taking penalties. We just killed off a 5-minute penalty. Let's not get back in the box. Got to be a little bit smarter than that moving forward.
Well, Devin Blaine, the official at the bottom of your screen, is going to kick the centerman out of the face-off circle. Then was Owen Haas. Replacing him on the draw was Rarchek. Comes back away down to the far side wing. Demons set it up again. Here's a drive. Strand, save, rebound. Another shot, save, rebound. Right on top of the blue paint. Hang on tight. A crowd gathers there. And it's not to get tickets for Ozzy Osbourne. It's trying to put the puck into the back of the net. And Strand shuts the door again. And in a quick hurry here, Matt, to the second period. Bismarck High out shooting Minot High 7-0 here in the middle frame.
Well, a lot of it's been on the power play. They had a 5-minute power play. We kill it off, then we go back in the box. You're going to get shots. If they're not getting shots on a power play, something's wrong with you.
Demons working up top. They've got it here. A block came there for the Magi. Swangstu, he's going to try to have a chance here. He brought it ahead forward, but it's taken back by the Demons. They go to work on it here with Jackson Hill. And Swangstu down it deep. Oh, he laid the body down low. Players still down for the Demons, down in the corner. Swangstu with the puck still here. And now we're going to get a stop here as we're going to have a stop in the play. Oh, there you get a little extra from that microphone on the glass there as Ben Swangstu had a hit on a Demon player who's still down, and that's Hill that's on the ice here. Hopefully he's going to be all right.
Well, the ref was right there. They've got to, when things are obvious, call them. But, I mean, they've got to realize that don't let the game get out of hand. The referees, you want the players to decide, but, I mean, it couldn't have been that bad when the ref's standing right there. It probably was maybe looked a lot worse than it really was.
Well, the officials come together. I don't believe we're going to see any power play or penalty time coming here for the Demons or either team as Eric Steele and Odin Nelson continue to talk it over. We will skate 5-on-5 here with 11:58 to play in the second. West Cars Bismarck Demons here in 22-23 have gone 2-4 coming into tonight's showdown. The Demons led by West Carr here in his 4th year. West has gone 30-43 overall as the head coach of Bismarck High in his early 4 seasons as the head man for the Demons. Replaced Mike Peluso, the former NHL hockey player that had time with the Chicago Blackhawks and Philadelphia Flyers. Peluso was the head man for 11 seasons, leading Bismarck High to their peak of program history when they won the state title back in 2014. Demons with possession again. Up top here, that one fanned down. Puck is freed. Morelli tried to bring it out to center there. It's going to be taken by Bismarck High, and Rader sends it right back in. Now Esslinger carries ahead. He's got Morelli with him. Here's Esslinger, sends it in. High riser up over the blocker on the far side of the goaltender Erickson on that 2-on-1 play, and the puck is going to come back away. Now to Esslinger here on the near side. Tied up at the blue line. Puck is chipped up off the wall. Forward it comes into Minot High territory. Back on the retrieve is Deal, and he turns away on the near side wing. Deal's got it here. He shuffles it back across over to Radke. Radke trying to go to Panasuk. Still trying to get it out to center ice are the Magi. Comes back to Panasuk. Shuffled it ahead, pass from Morelli, and it comes back away on the near side wing where it's taken there by Ethan Wood, and Wood goes out to neutral with it. Ping pong match at center that's finally freed with some real estate here for Panasuk with a backhand. Couldn't get that one all the way into the zone as it rolls now down underneath the goal line with the help of Morelli. Down to 10:30 to play here in the second. Scoreless on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Manson pitchforked that one down to the corner. Demons try to clear, they will. They send it all the way down. And Minot High with some sustained pressure here on Bismarck High will force the icing on Bismarck High. That icing brought to you by our friends at Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, let Jobbers help you with your moving and storage needs. They've been doing that since 1942. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Face-off to be taken on the glove side of Erickson. Coming into tonight, he's given up 23 goals on the season on 164 shots that he's seen. That's 141 saves for the young man. Only a sophomore here for Bismarck High. Good enough for a .383 goals against average and an 86% save percentage. He has been perfect here tonight, however, in a showdown against the unbeaten Minot High Magicians on their home ice here at the Pepsi Rink. Puck's out in front, loose there. It's going to come away to the far side wall. Coleman trying to chip it out of the zone. He can't. Shot registered on the side of the net. That one won't register as an official shot on goal. Hit the side of the net, I should have said. Puck's going to be taken here. We've got a hand pass coming, says Devin Blada. The faceoff will come all the way back in Bismarck High defensive territory. Right to the right to the goaltender, Erickson, who's seen 12 in this hockey game and stopped them all so far here tonight. Well, there's a good look at the Bismarck High bench. Wes Carr, the gentleman without the hat on tonight, right above the Ralph's Plumbing and Heating sign. Puck taken here by the Magi. Freeman sent it in. Here's Abrahamson, walks out of the corner, shot save, rebound, loose in front of the blue paint. Here's a drive. Erickson shuts the door again, and Erickson's going to hang on to it as Minot High had an opportunity there, but the sophomore netminder shut the door.
Well, if they give you room coming out of the corner, go take it to the net. That's what you can do. Put it on net. Hope for something greasy. I mean, they don't have to be pretty goals. A lot of times there are deflections. They go off somebody's shin pad. That they all count. So it's like sometimes you need just those dirty, gritty goals, especially when it's a 0-0 game. Anything at this point, one goal might win this game.
Puck's taken up at the line here by Jones. Sent it out front. Hansen. He was knocked down from behind. Puck is tied up underneath the goal line. Clean play, of course. Comes back down to Abrahamson. Sent out in front. Erickson had a stick on it. Puck comes back away now here at the half wall. Jones going to work after it. Jones has a lane onto his forehand. Tried to move it back away here to the near side. Underneath the net it comes, and now it's going to be taken here by the Magi with Jones again. Top of the point. Jones lost an edge. Puck is shuffled out to center. Taken here by the Magi, and it's Freeman on the near side wall that's going to take it and dump it back into Minot High's offensive territory. Jones is under the net. He's got Hansen with him. Feeds it up to the far point. Radke on a tee. Sends it in. Hit traffic in front. Comes back around to Jones. Wrap around. He tucks it to the side of the cage. Oh, that one looked like it was trying to get to the goal line. Somehow didn't quite get there. The puck is taken. Loose out in front of the Minot High offensive goal again. Puck's taken here by the Demons, and they send it 200 feet all the way down. And an icing again here with 8:23 left in the second. Scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, but some good pressure there from the Magi.
Well, you just got to keep staying with your game. Pressure, the more pressure, odds are you're gonna pop one sometime. You just have to. Minot's got to get more shots on net. You've got a few outnumbered opportunities, outnumbered rushes. It's got to move it, hit the net.
Off the draw, the puck is going to be knocked down to the near side wall. Morelli in after it there. Big hit there by Esslinger. He laid the body on the near side wing. Puck is going to be freed down by the Demons, and back up was Reese Nagel. Morelli tried to send it back over to Panasuk at the point. Here comes Bradley, sends it down towards the goal. Morelli's got it underneath, dropped it to Panasuk. He goes to work on it here. Panasuk's got it now, and Panasuk hits the brakes. He goes back to work, sends it towards the net. Big save, rebound, loose in front. Morelli out in front. Here's Panasuk turning towards the goal. Nice defensive stop coming from Carson Sebastian. And then the puck is taken here all the way back down towards Toby Strand, who plays it ahead. Got it up to Morelli at neutral. Morelli was hit there at center ice on the body-to-body play from Braden Wolf, and Wolf carries back in. Then the puck is fired towards the net. Strand made the save. Underneath the goal line it comes. Hammered away to the near side half boards, up to the line again. Handled by Jackson Hill, sent it in on net. Stop was made by Strand. This puck comes all the way down. Will we have an icing coming here? We will. 7:14 to play in the second. It's been a grudge match back and forth here tonight. Morelli goes to pick his stick up, tells Eric Steele, hey man, that's $350 next time he whacks it.
They missed a few calls. You can't, somebody drops their stick, you can't, opposing player can't you can't hit it away. You just got to let them pick it up on their own or just let them leave it. But I don't know. I'm not a referee, but a couple times they've had a couple bad calls.
Here's a drive out in front. Oh, wide open opportunity. And Owen Haas looking for his second of the year. He was robbed there by Strand as he sent that one into the midsection. And it was Haas last year that scored 21 points for the Demons. He's their top point getter coming back after they lose Hunter Aker, who graduated last year. Aker was an all-state and all-West region player. Here's a drive from the line. That one changed directions out in front of Strand. It's underneath the net now as the puck is tied up down and deep by Deal, but it's freed by the Demons. They work it back up to the far point. Handled here by Rader. Rader's going to send it towards the net. Strand hangs onto it, and Toby Strand has been tall here tonight. Another stop for him. Officially, that's number 16 of the hockey game. Here with the scoreless game and 6:46 remaining in our second period. I'm sorry, that's his 22nd save of the hockey game. That is correct. Strand has been busy here tonight with the Demons out shooting Minot High 22-16 here in this West Region affair. Puck's taken now by the Magi. Hello, there's a big-time hit. And right across the middle came Charlie Jerome. He got into Eli Hansen. And the one that they call, I don't know, I'm a little bit more old school than that. I thought that was a clean one, Matty.
It's probably, my guess, a little bit of a makeup call from that, maybe from earlier, the major. I didn't think it was a bad hit. It's just, puck was right there.
Well, the conversation continues over at the Bismarck High bench. Demons not impressed with that call here. Like you said, that might be a makeup call. Nevertheless, Minot High's power play comes out only for the second time here tonight. They went 0 for 1 in the first, and now here they are in the power play in the second. Puck comes back away up to the point. Bradley's got it, sends it down across from Swanks, who tried to force it through the middle, and there was traffic there. It's taken and sent out of the zone nicely by the Demons, and their kill, as right in the middle, set up was Aiden Schaefer. Puck's taken now by the Magi, back in their own territory. Here comes Bradley, the All-West Region player, up to center ice. Pushes this one ahead. Taken by Esslinger. He sends it down over to Morelli as it was rung around the end boards. Bouncing puck handled here. Demons take it away and send that one 200 feet again. All the way down, back in behind Strand, who's out of the net to play it. Right on top of Jackson Bradley, there is Aiden Schaefer. Puck's free to Morelli. They go up to center with it. Here come the Magi and Esslinger. He's into the zone. Esslinger 7 points on the year. Off to Swanks, who had a hat trick against Century earlier on this year. Here's Morelli, sent it wide of the net. Comes back away now to Ben Swanks to the point. A drive comes in. Look out up into the protective mesh it went. And a stop of the play here with 5:24 to play in the second.
Well, we've had some opportunities for some good looks there on the power play. We've missed the net a few times. You know, shot coming from the point, you can't be up high. That's too easy for a goalie. You got to be down low where you can get deflections and tips, things like that. Blocker saves and glove saves up high. Goalies love that. That's an easy save for those guys. You got to make it a little bit tougher on the Bismarck goaltender.
Minot High power play works it around here with Swankstu. Up top, he takes it back over to Bradley. Drops it over down to Morelli. Bradley's got it back, center point. Sends it in, tipped it front side of the net. Oh, Esslinger had a yachting goalmouth. He sent it wide.
I think he had a wide open net there.
Esslinger's got it again, sends it across. Swankstu going to work. Back up top now, Bradley. Bradley back to Swankstu here. Out in front. Oh, Jones tried to make it fancy, and it's taken by the Demons, and all the way down it comes. 200 feet. Here with 10 seconds remaining on the Servpro power play. Well, this one has been worth the price of admission tonight if you like low-scoring affairs. My favorite type of hockey game is this one right here, especially between the two biggest rivals in the West region. Puck's handled out by Coleman, tried to feed it back out front to Abrahamson. Panasuk's got it again, back to Deal at the point. Pad save, rebound, sent up off the glass. Demons clear, they kill off Minot High's second power play of the hockey game. Radke from center, dumps that one down past Erickson. Chipped up off the wall. It's going to come all the way back up to center. Taken there by Radke again, and Radke sends it back down underneath the net. 13 minutes into the second period, 4 to go, and this one's been a dogfight tonight at the Pepsi rink. Down it comes, no icing on the play as Deal's got it here. Deal's gonna make a spin move back behind his own net, frees it over to the far side. Minot High up to center. Here comes Panasuk, has the motor on, has a man with him, that's Wood. And Wood's gonna pin him up down to the corner, but it's freed for Abrahamson. Sent up front, nobody there. And all the way down by the Magi it comes, and Strand's out of the net to play it. Strand to Radke. Up to center ice with the 100-foot pass. Comes all the way back underneath the offensive goal for the Magi. 3:25 to play here in the second. Nobody scored on the BNC National Bank scoreboard here tonight. It's not often these two teams played a 0-0 hockey games. Puck comes back underneath the net now, far side, tied up in deep. Go back to 2006. There's one that comes to mind, and that was the night Minot High won by a score of 1-0 against the Bismarck Demons. That was at the VFW Sports Center. Why do I remember that game? Well, it's because it was the night that 24 Rabbits came onto the ice surface after Lundy or Dittis scored for Minot High in that hockey game to give the Magi the 1-0 win. Sent out in front of the Demon net. Puck's taken here. Shuffled off ahead. Goes off for Bradley. He holds it in. Bradley sends it towards the net. Erickson made the stick save. Rabbits on the ice, you ask, if you're watching here tonight. Yes, that's a tradition inside of the WDA, and that one goes into the glove of Erickson. He'll hang on to it. Tradition inside the WDA, Minot High being the magicians. There's teams across the West region and fan bases that over time would throw dead jackrabbits onto the ice surface in high school hockey matchups. I'm not making this up, folks. I know that Sounds pretty cruel and insane, but it's one of the greatest parts about the WDA and those Minot High matchups.
We just won't tell PETA.
That's exactly right. I think it was last year in Botno when that thing came out of the ice. He had to be about falling out of the press box. Look out. Freeman coughed it up, and here comes Braden Wolf. Other end of the ice. Wolf fires, hits the goalpost after it went off a strand. And the big man for Bismarck High had the opportunity. Went off the netminder's glove and then hit the goalpost. And we sit scoreless still with 2:18 left here in the second period.
That was a nice save by Strand there, but like Minot has got to get better with the puck. And it seems like we're just still like mishandling it at the worst possible times in a bad position. You can't take a chance. If you're unsure, just fire at the corner.
Puck's away to the near side wing. Jackson Hill trying to hold it in. That one goes off for Brock Manson's helmet. Up to center. It comes down for Jones. He's in with it. Jones is going to handle here underneath. Comes away to the near side point where Morelli shuffled down back to Jones. Oh, Jones was plastered down in deep there. Jones a bit slow to get up after that play as the scrum continues 2 for 2. Jones is out with it now. Esslinger back behind the net looking for the outlet. Esslinger to the point. Finds Bradley. Sends it in. Oh, that Whistler went just wide. Comes back away down to Matson. Bouncing puck comes away to Bradley on the far point. Bradley sends it across here. Bouncer in front of the net. Morelli bats it out of the air after the save from Erickson. Morelli's going to get it back. Goes back to Jones underneath. Sends it up to the point. Radke wasn't home. And Radke's got to regroup back at center. Comes back away down to Jones. Jones has it here at the Pepsi logo at center ice. Takes it across off to Esslinger. Top unit out for the Magi. Puck on the near side wing. Chipped ahead. Demons have a rush. Into the zone they come. This is Sebastian. He'll shoot it. Sebastian buries it home for his 4th of the season. And the Demons lead 1-0.
Well, it's just a kind of unfortunate break there for Minot along the wall. You have to be more sure and confident with the puck. You don't have a play. It's got to be fired down inside the Bismarck's end. I think Minot just mishandled it a little bit on the wall. It got knocked down, and it leads to an outnumbered chance for Bismarck. And they just take advantage of it. You can't blame Strand on that one. He's been making some good saves, great saves up until this point.
1:05 left in the second. Let's listen in to Duffy Dolbeck. Demons back in with it. Here's a drive. Strand is going to come up with the stop. And now the extra stuff after. As Strand made the save, Sebastian, an unassisted goal for Bismarck High with 1:05 left here in the second as the Demons up by a score of 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. And a nice one there from Sebastian as he made no doubt about that one as he buried it past Strand to make it 1-0. Yeah, last year up in Botno when that jackrabbit came out onto the ice, and I think your exact quote was, "That's like the size of a small dog." You told me on.
That was quite big.
It was a big rabbit. I about laughed myself out of the old press box up at the Lumberdome that night. That was priceless.
I don't know where they found that one at, but wow, that might have been like the grandpa of the rabbit family. Jeez.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, a good look at Jason Bennett, the co-head coach of the Magi. You know, back in his time, he saw plenty of rabbits, graduating in 1994 from Minot High before moving on to play at Minot State. Offensive zone for the Magi. Schuster carries it down. All right, kids, get ready to count it down. We're down to 20 seconds to play in the second. Here's a drive from Radke, sent it wide of the net. Comes up to deal, tipped in front by Schuster. Erickson went down, and Erickson makes the save. He hangs on to it here with 12.1 seconds left in the second period. Join us Tuesday night. Join us Thursday night. That's what happens when we don't have games all last week. I was just sitting hibernating all week long, man. Took a minute to get back into game mode here tonight. Thursday night, number 1 ranked Minot High in the state of North Dakota takes on Jamestown in boys high school basketball. All right, kids, count them down. 4 seconds, now 3, now 2. Demons are going to come out of the second with a 1-0 lead, but it's going to get physical at the end, possibly here, as a small crowd gathers again. And at the end of 2 periods played, we've got ourselves a 1-0 hockey game. The Demons on top here tonight on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll come back to the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena and break down that second period of play where the Demons get one from Sebastian, his 4th of the year. We've got ourselves a hockey game tonight, folks. Demons lead 1-0 at the end of 2.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all.
7, pressure, points, yeah! It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot! Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Here we go, where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 second, 1 second. Doppler rises, right wing, 3, bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer! Oh! Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it!
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
1-0 Bismarck High at the end of 2 periods played tonight here on the PSP Network. Welcome into our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Premier Chiropractic focused on improving the overall health of Minot and the surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Find them online, PremierChiropracticND.com. Well, the Demons came into tonight's showdown 2-2 in the West Region, taking on the 3-0 Magi. We knew it was going to be one of those nights tonight where anything could happen. You could throw all those numbers out the window, and I think that's a fair assessment of what has actually happened here tonight. Bismarck leading 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. And Bismarck High looks pretty good here tonight. It's a pretty good Minot High Magicians team as well. Nick Hulberg and Matt Morelli on the call. Welcome into our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Matt, your overall thoughts after 2 periods of play here tonight?
Well, I don't think it's been bad for Minot. I mean, Bismarck's doing exactly what they want to do. Keep it close. When you're on the road, Minot probably, I think, needs to get a little bit, they got to get more pucks to the net. We say it, fancy usually doesn't work. You got to get pucks to the, on net, rebounds, deflections. They don't, most goals aren't pretty. They're not breakaways and 2-on-1s where it's a tic-tac-toe play. I think we've had a couple missed opportunities where there's been open guys and we're missing them, or not. We're waiting too long or not passing at all. And you get to the point, I know there's been a little bit of a layoff. You can't blame that. I mean, Minot's got to. You're gonna go into next week into Roseau in a tournament, and the team's going to be this caliber or a lot better. You're playing Minnesota teams. There's not a lot of slackers in Minnesota. They're all good teams. This should be a good tune-up, but we're kind of seeing some bad habits kind of show up for Minot. The mishandling of the puck, turnovers at the worst possible time, turning the puck over at our blue line. At their blue line, at the offensive blue line, is not the place to turn it over. If you're going to have a turnover, have it down in the offensive zone in the corner. But we're making some ill-timed decisions, and it's both. It's forwards, defensemen. There's been times where we should have chipped it off the wall and out. It gets Bismarck, pins us in the zone, and you're asking for trouble. You just can't do that against the West Region teams. You might be able to do it against Hazen or somebody that is you got full control over the game. But the Bismarcks and Jamestown, they're gonna make you pay for the mistakes you make. And there's plenty of time. There's no reason to panic. I don't think anybody's panicking. But Minot's got we had a couple bad penalties, not, I won't say dumb penalties, just, if you're going to take a penalty, God, make the guy pay for it. Line him up with a good hit and make him feel it. But the hookings and the holdings, I don't think those make a coach real happy. The trippings, they're kind of lazy penalties. I mean, let's not take penalties because we're getting outworked. We've got to get back to that simple game, what has given Minot success the games leading up to this point.
Well, the Magi coming into tonight were only giving up 19 shots per game on average through their first 4. And right now it's the Demons that have found a way to fire 27 the way of Toby Strand. And credit Bismarck High with a lot of momentum in this hockey game and a game plan that's working for Wes Carr and his group. They're out shooting Minot High 27-22 right now through 2 periods of play. Here's the game reset brought to you by our friends at Hub International Insurance. Hub International Insurance, for personal or business insurance, contact Hub today. Largest leading North American insurance brokerage. It's Hub International Insurance across western North Dakota. Well, nobody scored in the first, and it took all the way till 1:07 left in the second when Carson Sebastian scored the game's only goal. That goal was scored for his 4th of the season, and that puts Bismarck High up 1-0. That's where we stand right now, 1-0 Demons at the end of 2 periods played. Shots are 27-22. Toby Strand, 26 saves on 27 shots. Carson Erickson, 22-22 for his saves and shots on goal here tonight. Power plays, 3 for Bismarck High, 2 for Minot High. 9 total minutes of penalties on the Magi. That 5-minute major was one that was a key point and a key kill for the Magi. 2 power plays for the Magicians. They're unable to score on either of those, and that's where we stand at the end of 2 periods of play. According to James Knudsen of the official scorekeeping down in the penalty box here tonight. Big thanks to James and everybody involved down in that penalty box and volunteer for these Minot High hockey games. Quality scoring chances in this game, 7-5. Bismarck High with the advantage. Faceoffs won, have Minot High on top, 21-18. There's a look at the stats at the end of 2 periods of play. We get set for our 3rd period when we come back here to the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. The ice has been resurfaced, and we're just about set for period number 3 tonight as the Demons lead by a score of 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Don't go anywhere. 3rd period's next in this rivalry matchup tonight. The road team on top right now. 3rd period should be a dogfight just like the first 2 have been here tonight.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, Coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at AckermanAsphalt.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Asphalt. Find them at AckermanAsphalt.com.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Showtime for our third period of play tonight. Nick Hulberg, Matt Morelli on the call here on the PSP Network. And they're not going to give us much time. Let's just get right into it. What do you say, Matty? Showtime here as they drop the puck and we are underway. Puck is taken down into the offensive territory as the Magi go to work here. Here's Patasuk trying to send it in. Puck is taken away there by the Demons and they're going to skate it up to center ice. It's taken across neutral and dumped right in on Strand. Puck comes away down to the Magi and back behind his own net. Here's Radke, dropped it off down a Deal. There's 2 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock that we had time to get those final commercials in for you folks here tonight, but everybody wants to get out of here and get the car warmed up to get to Shots Crossroads tonight. I don't blame him. Here's a drive that came in. Erickson made the save, and the puck is down underneath the goal now, where it's going to be pushed to the near line, up to center, taken out to the neutral ice zone. Puck is taken and chipped right on in, back in behind Strand, and Strand's out of the net to play it where he dropped it to Deal. Deal's got the motor on, sent it back over up to Radke, bumps this one through center. Now it's going to be taken by Deal again, off to Morelli, and a dump and chase is on for the Magi. Puck's back in behind the Bismarck goal. Comes away to the near side wing. Morelli's got it here in the lane. Dropped it off. Here's Esslinger. He shoots and scores.
Well, we talked about shooting the puck. On net, get a rebound. Most of the time, they're not picture-perfect goals. But that's exactly what Minot needed, was to get them going. I think they've been a little bit of a lull. I think there was some frustration starting to show for Minot. But all it takes is one to kind of jumpstart the team, get the crowd into it. Now the crowd's alive. Now we got a game.
Minute 17 seconds in. It's going to be Esslinger from Morelli to make it a 1-1 hockey game on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Esslinger continues on his tear. That was goal number 3 on the season, point number 8. And Kelton Esslinger continues to tear here for the Magi. Morelli's got it again underneath the net. Down underneath, puck's taken here away to the near side by Braden Wolf. Taken away by Esslinger again. Wolf's got it here, and Wolf's going to skate it up the near side wing. Double team there on the near side wall. Jones will get an assist as well, Matt. Give Jones credit on the assist also for the Magi. Up to center ice. Esslinger's got it. He's going to hammer it down into the zone. Minot goes off for a change, and here come the Demons with real estate. Up to center it comes. Puck's taken away here into Minot High territory. Back on the retrieve. This puck's taken and hammered up off the glass. Cope is going to send this one down. A roller comes underneath the goal line, and a stop in the play on the icing call with 14:38 to play here in the third period. That icing brought to you by our friend Mason Kramer and Mason Kramer Photography. Senior portraits or game action shots at Mason Kramer Photography. I think we could text the guy in the booth down there, Mr. Field, let him know that it's blowing us out here. Those speakers are getting a workout tonight at the Pepsi Rink.
I think we both might need Miracle here tomorrow.
Underneath the net now, the puck comes away to the near side. Tied up at the wall there by Swangstu. Here comes Cope again, and Cope moves it around to the far side. Got it up to Abrahamson. Chipped off ahead. Swangstu up to center, and Swangstu moves it ahead into the offensive territory now, but it's picked up here by the Demons. They try to clear it out to the point. They can't. Held in by Pickard. Swangstu's going to take it down to the corner. Swangstu down in deep. Comes away to the near side wall. Cope's going to pinch in. He'll make a play on the near side wing. Puck is tied up on the wall. Free down to Bismarck High. They're unable to clear it. Now they are. Taken out to center there by Mirchek. Sends it right back into the Magi. And we're down to 13:48 to play here in the third period. Minot ties the game up at 1-1 on Kelton Esslinger's 8th point of the season. He was assisted by Jones and Morelli. You're just joining us here tonight. The goal for Bismarck was scored with a minute 17 left of the period. Here's a drive. They scored. Coleman sneaks one in through the wickets. It's 2-1 Magi.
That was a big goal for Minot. It's great to get that first one, then you don't sit on that and say we're satisfied. Get that next one, keep rolling. Now I think you've got Bismarck on their heels a little bit, but Bismarck's got to see if they can answer back.
Well, Coleman ripped it in, put a low shot on the ice surface, and Coleman's going to pick up his third goal of the year. Carter Coleman, the sophomore, comes up big for the Magi. Where will the assist belong? On number 27's third of the year. Puck's taken by the Magi. They get the Demons now. They're going to make it mounted high. They sent it all the way down to the icing. I do apologize.
I think we just got to do a better job in our own zone. We can't ice the puck every time. If you skate it as long as you can, you don't have to, you know, we talk about guys don't have that touch on putting enough on it so it's not an icing every time. There's times of icing, there's times just to chip it out to center ice.
Bradley sends it underneath the net. Here's the lead pass. Look at that play, designed nicely by the Magi. Comes away now up to the far side. Out to center. Morelli's got it again. Goes back away now to Bradley. Comes away to Freeman. Freeman trying to go across the middle. Just couldn't get a handle on that pass. Taken here by the Demons. They come back into the offensive territory on the near side wing. Duffy Dolbeck on the call here with the last goal call for the Magi. Radke and Madsen on the assists for Minot High on their second, the go-ahead goal here for the Magi. Offensive zone for Jones. He skates it in. Jones takes it down into the corner, feeds it off to Morelli, back to Jones, up to the point now Bradley. Bradley across the blue line. He sends it in, tipped out there. Comes to Morelli, shot save. Oh, he hit the pipe twice. Make it 3 times for Morelli as that one bounced away off the red bar on the far side. Into the glove it goes now for Erickson. He's going to hang on to it as Morelli had the opportunity, just like a game of pinball there. And Mac Morelli just couldn't quite tuck it in.
That was good pressure by Minot. You've kind of got Bismarck reeling a little bit. Good pressure. Just don't do anything dumb. Don't take any bad penalties. Keep the pressure up. You know you're outplaying them a little bit now. Your shots are about dead even. That's what you got to now keep going.
You think Scott Schuster at North Country Sportswear could design a shirt that says "Grandpa the Rabbits" on the front of it? I would wear that. I think that'd be a great. At least a lake shirt, at least.
We could wear. Goody would wear one.
Yes, he would. Here comes Swagstu. He's into the zone. Swagstu ridden off the play. Here's Schuster now. Schuster from underneath. He grinds at it down in deep. Eli Hansen out there scrumming with him. They're tied up underneath the net. We're down to 11:30 to play here in the third period. Got ourselves a hockey game, folks, at the Pepsi Rink. Sebastian got his 4th of the year. Then the Magi came up with back-to-back goals to start the third. Eli Hansen just rattled the goalpost. Puck comes underneath now. Schuster's got it again. Up top it comes for Madsen. Madsen sends it off the glass, back in behind the net. Eli Hansen's got it. Hansen trying to send it out to Swagstu. It's going to be intercepted here, and up to center ice we go for the Demons as it's pushed across there by Dawson Lentz. We got word that Dawson's family watching in Ontario tonight. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast on the PSP Network as the Demons and Magi are in a dogfight in West Region play. Sent out in front. Uh-oh. Into the net they go. Players are still in the Minot High goal, and up they skate. No call to play. It's taken off the glass and all the way down.
Oh, gosh, frustrating when we have so many icings like that. Just chip it off the wall, but not so hard. It shouldn't be a shot off the glass. You just got to put some finesse on it. It's a difference of, letting the guys change versus keeping the play rolling. It's like gives Bismarck a face-off down in our zone, which we struggle sometimes with face-offs.
On the blocker side of Strand. Off the draw, puck is going to be handled here by the Magi. Down to the corner it comes here for Radke. Sends it back behind the net, up to Deal. Deal shuffles it back away. Finley Bentz pushed it free. This one's going to come down like a game of curling all the way down on goal. Erickson made a save. Shots are now 29-28. Minot's taking the advantage in the hockey game. But here come the Demons. Up to center. It's Bo Bentz with it. He crosses it back over, but it's intercepted there by Deal. Deal hits the brakes. He goes back over to Radke. Cross-ice stretch pass there. Up to center now for Panasuk. Panasuk through traffic. One player he got around, but not two. And the puck is taken here and worked back into Minot high territory where Radke goes back to Panasuk again. Panasuk touched it there and dump and chases on for the Magi. Underneath the net, Panasuk surveys, tried to send it up to Jones. Held it at the point there by Bradley only momentarily. Puck's freed now here right at the Pepsi dot at center ice. Taken by Bradley, forced it up the far side wall. Dump and chase again for the Magi as they go off for fresh horses. 9:30 to play in the third period. 2-1, Minot leads this hockey game. Both goals coming in the first 5 minutes of the third period. Coleman picked up his third of the year, and it was Esslinger that had the other, his third of the season as well, as Minot High leads 2-1 now. Sebastian's got the other goal in the hockey game. That came for the Demons with 1:07 left in the second. Puck's all the way down to Bismarck high territory. D-zone it comes. Morelli's going to fight for it. He had it freed only momentarily. And now we'll have an icing brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. They specialize in braces and Invisalign for all ages. Free consultations and financing options make it easy to take your smile to the next level. It's Prestwich Orthodontics. They can be found online, minotbraces.com. What do you think of those Bismarck High uniforms? Are you a fan or not a fan?
No, I like the old school. The guy that had the demon on there. It was kind of like I don't know. Jury's still out on that one.
I love them. I'm into it. Up at the near point, it's Freeman that sends it down in deep. For the record, I'm the biggest closet Demon fan there is, probably in the state. That puck comes out in front. Erickson goes down. He'll make the play, covers it up. You're talking about the maroon with just the giant Demon head right on the front.
That's what I meant. The old style one.
I like that one too.
A lot of the logos have changed a lot. Even the old days of. You think, I know some people didn't like the M with Minot because it was like the Minnesota Gophers. Like, well, it's like, who cares? They go like they should. I mean, I know things are expensive, but we should go back to having a set like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Puck's taken here up at center. Manson knocked it out of the air with good hand-eye coordination. Puck's away on the near side wing and down to the offensive zone come the Demons again. Wolf down in deep. We buried Culp at the end boards. That's not the kid you want to hit you. Wolf's a big player here for the Demons. The junior has got some size to him. He waits for it out front, but Manson intercepted. Now Brock Manson's got it again with a backhand. Tried to clear the zone, couldn't. Sent right back in from the line there by Ethan Wood, the senior D-man. Taken up off the far side boards. Scrum continues here as Minot High having some trouble clearing their own zone. Now they're going to skate it out here with Ben Swangstu. Up to center, Swangstu into the offensive territory. Puck's taken here by Wolf, and Wolf's going to fire this one all the way back into Minot High territory. Comes in on Toby Strand, and Strand's just going to hang on tight to it. He covers up here with 7:43 to play in this third period. 2-1, Minot leads on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Well, I think if you're Strand, the guys with your own defense mentality. Don't anything close. You don't take a chance. If you're unsure, just get a whistle. You probably need a different line out there. Get the matchup you want. Don't overextend a shift just because you think you can make a play. Get the puck back up the ice. Freeze it and play it safe and get some guys that are fresh out there.
What the Magi do here is they try to push to center. They do, and now Coleman's going to skate back in with it. Coleman on angle, fires off the waffle board. Awkward into the end boards with Hervella, and Hervella is up, and he's all right. Glad to see that. That one made my stomach churn just a little bit as he went in almost into the splits, into the end wall. Underneath the net now, it's Coleman going to work on it. Frees it off to Schuster. Broken stick for the Demon. D-man Hervella on the play. Schuster up top. Comes back now here to Deal. Sends it underneath. Trying to feed it off to Eli Hansen on the near side. Tied up underneath the half wall. Demons have possession. Now Minot High's He's going to pinch in. Trying to hold the zone. Here he does. Eli Hansen's got it. Hansen's going to walk and fire. Shot it off the shin pads of Hervella. Comes underneath now. Schuster sent it out front. Oh, Coleman tried to fire on it, but he hit traffic in front. Here's a drive, save, rebound shot. What a save, Erickson. Oh, my goodness. There's the save of the contest. Puck is right at the goal line. Magi have scored, and the Magicians tuck it in on a greasy one to make it 3-1.
Well, that's what you're saying. You keep pounding away and driving the net and rebounds, tips, and putting pressure on the goalies. Can't stop them all, but you had them down. It's like that's what you got to do. You got to apply pressure, and they don't have to be pretty. Just the main thing is it goes up on the board. That's all that counts.
If you're the Demons, are you upset with that call at all?
Well, I don't know. The ref was right behind the net. He was right there. I'm sure he was giving the Bismarck coach an explanation, but the ref was standing right behind the net, so maybe the goaltender didn't have it frozen. That's my only thing I can think of.
Conversation continues now out at center ice. Bismarck High coaching staff talked to Eric Steele after that tally. It is 3-1 Minot High. They lead now. Here is 6:35 left in this third period. One thing about Bismarck High, you're never going to see that team lay down and die. They certainly aren't right now as they start their forecheck down in Minot High territory. Let's listen in to Duffy Doback on the official scoring. Schuster on the goal for the Magi. Unassisted goal for Colton Schuster, and Schuster got his second of the year, and Colton Schuster makes it 3-1 Magi here with 6:16 to play in the third period. Minot on top by a pair on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Here's Brock Jones up to center. Jones trying to turn the motor on. Demons have possession, back with it here. Puck is going to be touched with a high stick by Morelli. Demons have to touch it. Morelli gets it back, sends it out front. Esslinger sends it towards the net. Save, rebound. Trying to tuck it back off the goaltender was Morelli. Nice heads-up play there, but the stop was made from Erickson again. Shots are now 33-30. Minot High's got the advantage in this one. Dropped off by Morelli for Jones. Comes all the way back up to center ice on the clear. And on the retrieve now at center ice, it's taken by Brock Madsen, who got it off to Jones. Jones fanned on it. Up to center, Morelli again. Morelli takes it back into his own zone. Over to Jones on the far wall. Puck is going to be tied up here. Demons are going to skate in with it. There's going to be a call coming. Yes, there is. It's going to be a tripping coming on Jones. Minot needs to touch. They do now. And the power play comes back up for the Demons for the fourth time here in the hockey game. They're 0 for 3 at this point, but they've got a primetime opportunity now as Brock Jones goes to the box on a 2-minute tripping call.
Well, like we were saying, I don't want to say it was one of us, but we said stay out of the box. You don't give Bismarck any life. You're up, but like the old saying, the worst lead in hockey, 2 goals. There's still a lot of time for Bismarck. They got a power play. You know, they get one here. Changes the whole game a lot. But you might not. Don't get lazy and make those tripping. Like we're talking about those penalties that are the lazy penalties, the trippings, the hookings, sometimes the slashing. If you're going to take a penalty, make it worth it. Make it count. Give the guy a good, hard, clean hit. But you controlled the play for the bulk of this period. Then you kind of have a hiccup and take a penalty, and you give Bismarck a little bit of life. I mean, does Bismarck gamble and pull their goalie? I mean, go for 6-on-4? Some guys will do that. And some people think that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Well, it's really not, because you're down 2. You got nothing to lose. You got to gamble. You got 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes to play. Some guys some coaches don't even think twice. They'll try it. High school, you probably won't see it, but I mean, it wouldn't be the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Well, the Demons coming into tonight, in the 5 games that they've played, in their last 5, if you take Hayes and Beulah out of that mix, Matt, where they beat Hayes at 6-0, the Demons have been outscored. If you take Hazen out 16-4, they've only scored 4 goals in their last 5. And on the season,
not a lot of offense.
Not a lot of offense at all.
Well, at least not a lot of scoring. They're not finishing. They're probably getting some shots. They're just not burying the puck.
Averaging 1.6 goals per game right now coming into the showdown here tonight. So on your points, they do exactly what you talk about, Matt. Almost like you had a pretty clear idea of what was going to happen there. The Demon net is empty at the other end of the ice surface. 6-on-4 here for 2 minutes. The power play is out. Servpro power play. Servpro, Minot and Bismarck. They bring you the power play tonight, 24/7 emergency service. Here's a drive, hit traffic in front. Puck's taken down by the Demons. 5 minutes on the dot to play in the third. 6-on-4 with the empty net. Puck's taken here near side, tipped in front. Oh, went wide. Demons had the opportunity. They work it around. Hill's at the point, brings it over. One-timer, stick save. Puck comes back underneath the net away to the far wing. Held in at the line by Lentz. Taken here by the Magi, empty net opportunity. Rolling puck comes all the way down as it was cleared by Deal. Minot's going to go off for fresh horses. And on the 6-on-4 for the next minute 10 of the Servpro power play with the empty net, the Demons skate through center. This is Jackson Hill with it. He skates it down, backhand, top shelf. Oh, he tucked it home. Jackson Hill scores on the power play on a beautiful backhander. And Hill's got his second goal of the year. 3rd point, and we're back within 1 in this hockey matchup tonight. Demons are back on the power play goal from Hill.
Well, if you're Minot, I mean, that's a good shot, but you probably got to close on that guy a little quicker. You can't let him go. Come into your zone, go wide. You got to force him wider. Get him. Don't close on. Close that gap a lot sooner. I think mine just gave him a little bit too much room.
Power play goal for the Bismarck Demons.
Scoring a power play goal at 12:36 of period number 2, number 22, Jackson Hill.
That's an unassisted goal for Jackson Hill.
That should have been icing there. Might have got a break there, sorry.
Puck's going to be taken now up at the point. Bradley's got it here. Bradley's going to be hounded now. And the puck's taken and thrown off the wall. We're back to retrieve is Freeman. And Freeman, ooh, that was a risky play. Sent it up through the skates, and the Magi are back in. Esslinger off to Morelli. He's going to walk in. Toe drag down another. Puck stripped there. And the Demons carry back the other way here with Ethan Wood. Back at center ice. Esslinger lays it into Charlie Jerome and frees the puck now for Morelli and Jones, who's into the zone. Down into the corner they go. Puck underneath the net. Jones scrubbing for it. This has been an entertaining hockey game tonight, to say the least, from the Pepsi rink. We knew it would be coming into tonight to the 136th ever matchup between these two teams. Cope has it here. He moves it ahead forward. Demons with possession. Taken away here by Eli Hansen with the help of Coleman. Waffle boarded away there by the netminder Erickson. We're down to the final 3 minutes to play in regulation. Buckle up tight, folks. It's not over yet. Manson's got it here. Manson underneath his own net. That was he's pushed out of the corner by Marchak down underneath, causing all sorts of trouble for the Magi. Trying to clear it out here. Cope has ridden into the wall. Here's a drive that came in. Went off of Toby Strand. Schuster's got it. He tried to shuffle it ahead. He does. Coleman's going to move forward into the offensive territory. Net is empty for the Demons. And down here on the near side wing, the scrum continues. 2:30 to play here in regulation. Empty net for Bismarck High. Minot High on the attack now, but the puck's going to be taken all the way back up to center. Radke's going to need to wait to fire. Scores from center. Puck goes into the net.
Offsides.
But an offsides on the play as Radke needed to wait an extra second and a half for the Magi to touch on the onside play. Goal will not count for the Magi. It will be a 3-2 hockey game still. And they'll face it off back at center ice, I do believe, here.
You just have to realize you can't think offense. Don't think about the empty net. Just how about just chip it in the corner to kill the clock? That's what you kind of got to think. You got to think, make the smart play. Don't get so excited because you see an empty net. You'll have chances for that down the road.
Stick around tonight for our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show tonight. Time to start voting on who you think tonight's MVP of the contest is. Sport Clips brings you the MVP. Sport clips of Minot and Bismarck. Can sign it online. The hairstylist today, they bring you the MVP of this showdown. Net is still occupied by Erickson for the Demons. Puck is rolled all the way down. Minot High's got Swanks, Stu Morelli, Esslinger along with Deal and Radke out. Far side wing for Hill and the Demons. They're going to skate through center ice. They are going to carry over center and dump down. This is Owen Haas who sent it in. Radke way after it on the near side. Went over to Morelli underneath the goal line. Morelli's got it here. Morelli sends it back away to Swanks to far wing. 90 seconds in regulation. Well, I look forward to Minot High, Bismarck High every time it's on the schedule. It's one that, frankly, I live for in winter time, and this one hasn't disappointed tonight. This has been a good hockey matchup here tonight. 33-32, the shots on goal. Minot's got the advantage, and that one extra shot is the difference maker right now. Empty net here for the Demons as the Demons are back in offensive territory. They're going to scrum forward on the near side wing. Minot's got a 3-on-2 out of the zone. Here comes Esslinger, has Jones. Jones by himself, trying to tuck it in. Oh, he missed the net as he hit the side of the cage. What a defensive stop that was there from Jackson Hill. And the puck is going to come all the way back behind Strand. Demons going to work now. Puck's going to escape the zone as it's going to squirt all the way back down into Demon territory. Puck lays in front of the empty net. 38 seconds to play in regulation. Will that hot Brock Jones and the Magi here tonight? Will the Demons take it in with Hill? Can they find an answer? Sent out in front. Manson cleared. It comes up down to Coleman. Puck's out of the zone. And the Demons have to regroup back in their own territory. All right, kids, get ready for the final time in regulation tonight. We're down to 15 seconds right now. Here's Hill. High riser. Oh, he missed the net. Swankstu's got a chance. Empty net for Swankstu, but a rolling puck. Swankstu's in. Taps it home. Swankstu scores. And the Magi lead 4-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Well, Ben Swankstu's got another one on the season, and for Swankstu, that will be goal number 7, team high for Big Ben Swankstu. 6.8 seconds left, and the Magi are going to move to 5-0. The Demons are going to fall to 2-5 overall this season. 2-3 in the West, and that's how it's going to come to a close here tonight. Well, that was a hockey game and a half, wasn't it, Matt? What a contest here tonight on the PSP Network.
Well, it was kind of a good period for Minot. They kind of woke up a little bit in the third. That helps getting that one early in the third to kind of jumpstart them a little bit and say that, hey, we're not playing that bad. We still have time. Like we were talking about, you don't have to panic. I don't think either of these teams have any quit in them, but you get a little offense rolling. It does a lot for your confidence.
Time for our planning team financial advisors and Shots Crossroads postgame show here tonight. Teams are going to salute each other with some respect and shake hands at center ice. No rabbits on the ice tonight. But 3 big points in the West region were up for grabs, and the Magi take them from the Bismarck Demons tonight on their home ice at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. 4-2 the final for the Magi over Bismarck High on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Time to go to our postgame show brought to you by Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Final one more time. Minot takes care of Bismarck 4-2 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair. Mid fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit off, 7, pressure, points, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here.
That's a spot.
Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
Entertaining hockey game tonight at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Bismarck High comes in after about an hour and a half drive straight up Highway 83 on a very, very cold December night. They gave Minot High everything they could handle and more here tonight to this showdown. Final was 4-2. The Magi come up with a victory, but it was not an easy one for Minot High. Credit Bismarck High with excellent hockey game here tonight. This is our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads bring you the postgame show tonight. Planning Team Financial Advisors is there for you if you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. And don't forget to get fueled up after the game at Shots Crossroads. Their menu includes the famous number 99. Order online, shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. I was there for my son's birthday just the other day. He's only 2 years old, and let me tell you what, he likes the banana cream pie just about as much as I do, Maddie. It was fantastic stuff the other day at Shots Crossroads. Fantastic stuff here today with this showdown tonight. Your overall thoughts on this hockey game tonight as we dive into our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show here tonight?
Well, I don't think it was that. It was a pretty good game. It was back and forth. Typical Bismarck Minot game. It's going to be tight. It's going to be close. For the most part, that was anybody's game. Minot probably got a few breaks in the third, but if you're Bismarck or the road team, you want to keep it close. They probably had a couple tough breaks where Strand came up big, and they probably wanted a few of those opportunities back. But if you're Minot too, you stick with that game. You say, you know what, we got to keep plugging away. You can't get frustrated. You can't lose your get away from your game plan, we'll say, and stop working hard. Things aren't going your way. You work harder. You pick it up. You just tell your line mates, hey, we've got to have a better shift the next time. And Minot, did they get a few breaks in the third with a couple of those goals? Yeah, we've said all along, a lot of goals they're not highlight reel goals. Most of them aren't. But who cares? The main thing is you come out with a victory. You're up, you're at home, you got to win those games. They're for points. They're West Region games. These aren't non-conference when the Eastern and teams that it doesn't matter. The West Region games, you've got to keep pace with Legacy, Century, Jamestown. They're all going to be there. We've said so many times, it comes down to that don't have times late in the season where you say, we let one slip away. We had a few of those last year where we had a couple early losses and overtime, and whatever you call it, what you want, shootout, it was here and there, and those kind of came back to cost my head a little bit in the end last year. This year, if you can find a way to win ugly, you take it. Not that it was a ugly in a lot of parts, but there was times where Minot mishandled the puck a lot, and we had times in those first 2 periods where we were pinned in our zone a lot, and give Bismarck credit, they had a good forecheck going. We had a couple struggles where there were shifts we couldn't get out of our zone. You went into the third period, and I think Minot reversed it. We applied the pressure, got them on their heels a little bit, got that goal, got 2 quick goals. That I think that kind of took Bismarck high off guard a little bit and kind of got them down, and they maybe showed a little bit of frustration in the third. But I think your Minot moving forward, you got to stay out of the penalty box. We can't be going toe-to-toe with these West Region teams and taking a lot of bad penalties, especially a 5-minute penalty. It doesn't matter who it is, but you've got to stay out of the box. Some of these power plays get clicking for these teams. They won't let you. They're going to score on 2 of 5 or 2 of 6, and that's the difference in the game. It wasn't this one. You take a couple goals for Bismarck, it's a tie game.
What a game it was here tonight. For the Demons, when you look at them, Wes Carr's group, and what they've got going moving forward, heading down the stretch here, a team that is handed loss number 5 on the season. They fall to 2-5 and 2-3 in the West Region. The positives that you can take away for the Demons here tonight, and what they can work on moving forward with some of those positives as well, Matt. Anything for Bismarck High that you liked what you saw here tonight?
Well, I think their goaltender was solid tonight. He had a couple where he probably wants back, but I mean, for the most part, they moved the puck up the ice, pretty good. These games where you've got a transition where you get the puck in your neutral ice or just inside your own zone, getting it up the ice quick. The name of the game is to headman the puck. Nobody skates faster than the puck. Get it up as quick as you can so you can catch the other team, maybe in an outnumbered rush or on a change. Minot did the same thing. There was times where we had some opportunities too, but there was missed opportunities on both sides. It wasn't bad, but we waited almost 2 full periods before we saw a lot of offense out of both of these teams, and there could have been more. There was missed chances and some times where guys are trying to make one too many moves. You're trying to beat maybe one too many guys. Hockey is, you can beat one guy, but the good teams, you're not going to beat the second guy. You just won't. They recover. They play defense well. Somebody gets bodied. It is a game of checking, and there's physical play. So some of these guys got to switch their mentality. You can't think this isn't like squirt hockey where you just go end to end. Those days are long over with. You've got to move the puck. There's always somebody open. We say the most dangerous person in hockey is the people that don't have the puck, the trailers, the ones that are open in the corner, the defensemen. A lot of times our defensemen are open. Finding that open person is sometimes hard for players of this age. Chipping the puck out off the wall, off the glass, and out without being an icing every single time. It takes practice. It's an art. You got to work on it. Maybe try work on it in practice. I'm not saying, and they're all guilty of doing it. And it's not just Minot, it's Bismarck too, because you get to the next level of hockey and you can't make a change on an icing. So enjoy it while you can now, because it's going to come. Guys that move on to a different level, you won't be doing that.
Well said. Time to take a look at our standings inside of the WDA. Big thank you, by the way, to James Knudsen for his help again here tonight, the official scorekeeper of Minot high school hockey, I should say, here at the Pepsi rink. We sure appreciate him. Taking a look at the WDA standings, Bismarck had one more point than Minot before tonight, and the Magi were 4 away from Jamestown. Jamestown at 3-2 inside of the conference. Minot was 3-0 in the conference before the matchup tonight. The Magi will leapfrog Bismarck up into that number 2 spot as the Magi improve to 4-0 overall on the season. They'll be in second place right behind Jamestown, who's got 12 points. We'll see if we can get some other scores for you tonight. Century and Legacy, a big one tonight at the VFW Sports Center. Wondering how that one turned out between Mario Lamoureux's club and Troy Olson's club, the 2 Bismarck schools going toe-to-toe here tonight. That's going to do it for our first half of the season, if you will, and not much of a first half for the Magi, as the Magicians only have 5 games in underneath their belt on a season that usually goes 24 games, depending on how far they can go into the postseason. So plenty of action coming up in the next 2 months. And same with the Bismarck Demons with the postponements last week and Minot High scheduling out of the gate. It's going to be some busy action coming right around the corner. Time to take a look at the scoring from this hockey game here tonight. Or are you in a hurry here, Coach? Let's go. Let's bring him in. We'll bring Jordan Willard in first before we do anything. Coach Willard will sit down and have a conversation with us here real quick while he's up in the booth. There you are. Coach, let's change this here real quick as well. Not halftime anymore. It's our post-game show. Jordan Willard, the assistant coach of the Magi here tonight. My goodness, the difference between the first, second, and third here tonight. Definitely a different tale to the tape between the first 34 minutes and the final 17. Overall, are you satisfied with that third period of play here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, maybe the third period, but, 1 out of 3, 33%, you're not going to get it done very often like that. We talked about in the locker room, if we're a team that wants to go where these kids have set goals to go, we can't have a first, second like that. We're about to head over to Roseau. You're going to play Alexandria, a team that's been to the Minnesota State tournament. We have a first period like that, we're going to be behind 7 Cobb. So you're always excited, happy to get the 3 points out of it, but it just not good enough yet.
Goaltending tonight for you guys. Toby Strand was sensational in between the pipes here tonight. Strand ended up seeing 32 shots on goal, and he ended up making every save except for 2 of them here tonight. Your thoughts on the goaltending play back there from Toby Strand? Really was kind of a difference maker tonight for the Magi.
Yeah, Toby got player of the game, I think, from you. He got the helmet from us, and he got the ringer from the players, too. If Toby didn't play like he did, it might have been a different story. But, 32 shots against, we can't be doing that. That's kind of been a staple of our program the last couple of years. We don't give up a lot. In the first 2 periods, they did what we wanted to do. They forechecked hard, they played body, and they got pucks to the net. Luckily in the third period, some sort of spark was lit under our kids, and they figured it out. We're working our way through this early season. Games canceled and Mother Nature stepping in front, but it's just not good enough, not up to par of our program.
Give credit to Bismarck High, obviously, as well here tonight. Westcar has those guys moving in the right direction. On paper tonight, this should have been a runaway trade, and that wasn't the case at all. And that's a lot of credit probably to that coaching staff and their game plan coming in here tonight.
100%. Wes had the kids ready to play. They played extremely hard, going through the handshake line. That's the compliment that was given. You guys played extremely hard. Hold your heads high, and we'll see in the second half. But from our side of things, we don't want the other team to dictate things. We want to dictate that, and it just wasn't up to par for us tonight.
Final thing for you. Let's turn gears now to after Christmas and that Roseau tournament. A lot of times Minot High goes over there and has some opponents that are pretty powerful. And a lot of times those scores are a little lopsided, favoring the Minnesota schools over the North Dakota boys from Minot. What do you look forward to the most out of that Roseau tournament, and what do you look to gain in that time over in Minnesota in a 3-day tournament with some top teams in Minnesota?
Yeah, well, kind of like you and I talked about last night is, it's kind of a no-pressure situation. Obviously you want to win hockey games, but if we go over and lose the hockey games, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, hopefully we're a competitive group and want to win, but it's a time for us to kind of experiment with different things. In the first and second here, lines weren't clicking. We tried to change them up in the second. That didn't click, went back to it in the third, and happened to find a spark. So you go over there, you can try some different things, you can play some different kids in different spots. There's a JV tournament going on at the same time at the same place, so kids can play up to 5 periods a night, and there's a lot of hockey to be played. And I think it's just also part of being together. Schools canceled, big storm, kids aren't together. It's just that camaraderie, being able to play some funny games together, watch some funny movies, laugh, have a good time, eat dinner together, just all that stuff that kind of bonds that team together. And just really excited to get over there for 3 games.
I asked John Grubb this in the pregame. I'll ask you this in the postgame. Are you or are you not on Santa's good list this year?
I don't know. I have no idea. My kids are, that's for sure. I'll tell you that. Just one thing real quick before I go, I got to give a shout out to Freddie Nelson and Shane Gathman, Jason Steele. We got a little group together. They watch all the games. They love listening to you. Just next time you ask Fred, ask him how he did in the quarterfinals of our fantasy football this past week. So.
I certainly will, and I'll ask Fred as well after the Thanksgiving conversation about the Did you try the turkey and the lefse? That was the question that I don't think I even asked you.
No, I did not. I'm sorry.
Great job here tonight.
Appreciate it.
Happy holidays to you and your family, my friend. Nice job. A victory for the Magi over the Bismarck High Demons here tonight. That was Jordan Willard, the assistant coach of the Magi. When we come back, we'll have our scoring recap. We'll name our player of the game here tonight. We'll also have our move of the game brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. We'll do all that when we come back here to the Pepsi Rink to put a cap on a 4-2 Minot High victory tonight over the Bismarck High Demons in the old school West Region affair tonight. Magi prevail 4-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place.
Final score once again, 4-2. Minot takes care of Bismarck High tonight. Welcome back into our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show tonight. Nick Hulberg and Matt Morelli on the call. Let's take a look at the scoring recap of the showdown here tonight. It would go pretty quick if it wasn't for that third period. Minot High scored all 4 of their goals in the third tonight. Nobody scored until 15:53 of the second. With a minute 7 remaining in the second, Carson Sebastian's 4th of the year put the Demons up 1-0. Minute 17 into the third, though, Kelton Esslinger from Mac Morelli and Brock Jones put Minot High on the board to tie it at 1-1. Moments later, 3:29 mark, it was Carter Coleman from Brock Matson and Jackson Radke. Minot High took a 2-1 lead. Then it was Connor Schuster and Eli Hansen that were in on a goal at 10:21. A scrub on the side of the net that ended up giving Minot High a 3-1 lead at that point. Then at 12:36, a power play goal from the Demons and Jackson Hill brought the game back within 1 at 3-2, but then an empty net goal for Ben Swangstu for Minot High ended things right at the end of the hockey game here tonight at 16:54 remaining, or 16:54 on the clock in the third period. That gave Minot the 4-2 victory. Final shots on goal, 33-32. Minot High ended up with 33 shots in the contest, 32 for the Demons. It was Toby Strand with 30 saves on 32 shots tonight, 30 saves on 33 shots for Carson Erickson. Both those kids played fantastic here tonight. Quality scoring chances, 10-8 according to the official scorekeepers here at the Pepsi Rink. Minot High won the faceoff category 27-26. Power plays in this hockey game. The Demons had 4, Minot High had 2. The Demons were 1 for 4. The Magi went 0 for 2. They ended up with an empty net goal here tonight. Time for tonight's move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers Moving and Storage can help you. Your moving and storage needs. They've got locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Jobbers Moving and Storage brings you the move of the game here tonight. It was one that really didn't have a whole lot of factor on how this final score ended tonight and the outcome of the hockey game, but it really was the best move that we saw tonight, and it was the goal from Jackson Hill, the power play tally, and he skated end-to-end with the puck, put it onto his backhand, went short side, tucked it upstairs right underneath the bar on Toby Strand, and that to me was the move of the game. Any argument there on that play from Jackson Hill?
No, that was a great goal by him. He said you can't. Some guys, you just can't give them all that open space. They're going to make you pay, and snipers will find spots, and they'll don't have to give them a lot of room, and they'll put it away.
Jackson Hill, congratulations! You got the move of the game tonight. Brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Time for tonight's MVP of the game, brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Sport Clips, where you can get the MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to it. Sport Clips, the MVP haircut experience. Sign it online with a hairstylist today on Sport Clips. Kind of hard to go against Toby Strand here tonight, isn't it? The Minot High goaltender, he was their best penalty killer at 5-minute major in that power play time. There's at least 8 shots to start that second period that Strand didn't let past him, and he was really good here tonight. Any argument on my pick for the MVP tonight of Toby Strand, the Minot High goaltender?
No, that's a good choice. You're on a penalty kill like that. Your goaltender has to be your best killer. Then when you tack it on worse with a 5-minute penalty, that's it's good for Minot, but it's frustrating for Bismarck. You think you can at least score 1 on a 5-minute? That might have been the turning point of the game, but Strand came up big and he made the saves when you have to. If you let up 2 goals in a game, your team should be able to get at least 2. So your chance, you'll take that chance, take those odds anytime that Minot would score at least 2 goals. You start giving up 3 to 4, now you're looking, it's going to be a tougher time for a shootout and more offense. And sometimes you don't get that, but you were saying about contributions from other guys. You need people down the lineup to come through. It builds their confidence, knowing that they're putting their time in too. They're sacrificing, working hard. It's good to see some rewards and get some goals out of those guys, because that's what Minot needed, and it was just at a great time of the game.
Congratulations again, Toby Strand, our MVP of the game, brought to you by Sport Clips. 2 on the board gives you a chance to win every night, like Matt said, and tonight the Demons could have scored more than that, but Strand was the MVP for a reason here tonight. More action on the PSP Network this week. Join us on Thursday nights. Number 1 ranked team in boys high school basketball, the Magi, take on the Blue Jays. That will be our last broadcast before Christmas break. Hope everybody is ready for a safe and happy holiday season. But join us on Thursday night for some high school basketball. Shield's pregame show starts at 7 o'clock on Thursday. Matt, what a fun ride working with you in the first part of the season. Only 5 games deep, and we're going to have plenty more after the turn of the new year coming up. Minot High will have action at the Roseau tournament. However, we will not have coverage of that Roseau tournament. We'll have to wait and see, get some text messages from you to keep up to date with the Magi as they go over and challenge some teams from Minnesota. Matt, great job here tonight. Closing thoughts on this 4-2 victory for Minot High over Bismarck High here tonight?
Well, I think it's anytime you're going to a break, on a positive note, that's good for the guys. They feel good about themselves. They can have a little break. Not that they haven't had one with a couple games postponed last week. That's a bad break. You can't do anything about the weather. You got to play it safe. But at least Minot, you know that you've got a few days off or late practices, but get back to work. I mean, don't just sit on this victory. You're going to go to Roseau. You're going to play some solid teams. They're all good. Doesn't matter. I don't care what city, small, big. They know how to play. They play. They're disciplined. They will give you their best. They always do. Minnesota has such good competition over. There's so many more teams. So Minot's got their hands full. It's going to be fun though. That's what you want. You want to go over and play solid competition. Are they going to bring out probably some of our, expose some bad habits, probably, but that's a good test for Minot. Sometimes it's a wake-up call. It's saying, listen, we've got to be better than this. So we do come back to West Region play and playing some of the Eastern teams in North Dakota. We've got to really, get things corrected, and the coaches will go over things and say, listen, we've kind of probably got by a few lucky breaks with some of these first 5 games, but come starting next week after Christmas, it's going to be some battles out there, but that's good. We want to have hard competition because it's just going to make playing the top Western teams a little easier.
Sure, appreciate your time. Great job tonight.
For sure.
A lot of fun. Merry Christmas to you and the family.
You too.
We'll see you probably right after this at Shots Crossroads, I'd have to assume. That's where we'll head next. Final score one more time tonight. Minot wins 4-2. Big thanks to Andrew Woodback running our camera tonight. Big thanks to John Grubb for his time tonight in the pregame show. Jordan Willard, the postgame show. Great to see Riley Oprud and Aiden Morelli here tonight as well, joining us on the broadcast. Join us on Thursday. Minot High basketball takes on Jamestown. That's a boys matchup. I'll be on the air at 7 o'clock for that one. Join us from the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Final score tonight to the 136th matchup all-time between the Magi and the Demons, where the Magi pick up their 73rd win all-time, is 4-2. Until Thursday night, please have a great night. Good night. See you Thursday. God bless. And the Demons have to regroup back in their own territory. All right, kids, getting ready for the final time in regulation tonight. We're down to 15 seconds right now. Here's Hill, high riser. Oh, he missed the net. Swankstu's got a chance. Empty net for Swankstu, but a rolling puck. Swankstu's in, taps it home. Swankstu scores, and the Magi lead 4-2.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair. Mid fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen,